All right. All right. Oh shit. I am. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I am first. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to figure some stuff out because I did some stuff yesterday, so I'm trying to figure something out real quick. So I gotta do. Okay, so I gotta do the virtual camera. Done. Do the virtual camera now. Huh? It doesn't pop for some reason. My camera doesn't pop over there. Hold on. Hmm. Oh no. No, I think it is. Is oh, I think it's. Oh, okay, okay. Is that it? No. It doesn't show me right my face. It doesn't show my face. It feels illegal to be watching you this early. Neche. No, it's crazy that my video, my is not popping for some reason. Hold on. What's up, Big Dropping Brown? How you doing, big dog? I'm sorry, my brother. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. Uh, it's not letting me for some reason. I'm not liking this right now. Set up a virtual camera. Okay, confirm. Share this. Share on your stream. Copy your source below. Any sessions will take part of this. Okay, okay, okay. Add browser sources to your fucking stream. Oh, okay, okay. I see what it is. like this. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure this out. Okay, so URL, browser. Okay, I think oh, there you go. I got it. Oh, see, not bad. Not bad. Okay, okay. Let me see what we got over there. Olguita, ¿cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos? Disculpen, ando viendo aquí unos problemitas. Okay. There we go.
Okay, it looks like Abu is wrestling his daughter at the moment.
All right. Well, I hope he wins. You know?
All right, so I think Danny is here now, so let me try to show Dan.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, hello there, hi.
Hello, I'm trying to put the camera work. Sorry. Okay, there you go.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so for that, it's going to be a virtual cam. So make sure you are turning it off on your Streamlabs.
Yeah.
And just use the virtual
There
cam
you go.
like that. Oh, fantastic. There you
go.
are. Woo!
It's my first time doing the whole streaming together. Thank you. How you doing,
Absolutely.
Dan? Good to see you again. Ari.
Nice to meet
Thank you.
Daniel.
Pleasure.
So I'll start the introduction for the time being, and then of
Yeah.
course I'll let them introduce themselves too.
Yes, sir.
Let me just do that quickly. Yeah, hope that everyone doesn't mind. There's like a little bit of a background in the back like that. Yeah, let me open up this and maybe try to use a different background. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh goodness, so thank you so much for the donation for St. Jude. Sorry, it's a little bit interruption, and hopefully everyone doesn't mind. We have a little St. Jude buzzer here. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone for being here on the lab. And if I miss anybody, oh, Architect is here. Hello there, of course. So Architect is also a wonderful mod for Dan as well. So I'm going to start a little bit of a introduction, and we're going to focus on our creators today, and we're going to focus on fundraising for St. Jude as well. So yeah, very much appreciate all of you.
Eres amigo del cartel.
It's only when Dano speak with a little bit of an echo still. Yeah, let's see if we can continue to adjust it. Okay, my apologies. I'm going to quickly check to see if there's anything I can do here on my end.
Ari, you should make sure that you have the echo toggle turned on Stream Together.
Yes, I have, because usually, because I usually do this a lot. I've been using Stream Together since Twitch Guest Star, like Elva.
Okay, good.
So I shouldn't have it as an echo. Yes,
I
do it a lot. So it should be okay, hopefully. All right, so let me just do this little background here. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'll do the intro. And hopefully, Alpha's going to be here. They are going to be a little busy. They are, of course, filming House of the Dragon and whatnot. Okay, let me just turn this on. Okay, and I'm going to throw this down here like that.
Well, here, why don't you be doing that and I'll be talking to Daniel?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, fantastic.
We can be getting to know each other.
Absolutely. Okay, there we go. I'm all good.
So,
Yes.
So nice to meet you, Daniel.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. How you doing today?
So now, Daniel, well, I know about your acting background, but why don't you what do you in terms of Twitch? Tell me about your Twitch journey and what you've done and what you do and all that.
Okay, so my Twitch journey started September last year. I've been streaming for about 15 months. I do variety streaming, and one of the things that I love the most is engaging with the chat. You know, because in reality, if there was no streaming platforms, how can I say for like, and I think it's kind of weird when I say it because I don't consider myself like a celebrity, whatever. I'm just a regular
Right.
person with a different, with a different job kind of thing. So, different profession. So the fact that I'm able to connect with the fans, like you can't really do it. The only time I was able to connect with fans was when I used to go to conventions. So when I go to conventions, an appearance, and we go in there, they line up, they come in, talk to us, we sign. And the fact that I'm able to do it live like we're doing it right now, I could see the chat, I could interact with the chat. That's one of the things that I love the most,
Yeah.
and I've been gaming since I was like 7 years old. When I was back in my homeland, Honduras, I used to always play. Go to the arcade, be there for hours, just playing. Get out after school, play video games. So the fact that I'm able to do it like on a platform now and be able to interact with the fans is like to me is a win-win situation.
Yeah,
So
well, and I'll talk about it later, but I was a theater major in college, and one thing that many people that are actors get into it, they're performers, right? They're actors, but they're performers, and most people when you get into performing, it's all about a live performance and that visceral experience with the audience, right? And you see the response, but in film and TV acting, it's all canned, and there really isn't that, and there really is something special about that visceral experience with an audience.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
fantastic. So we have everyone here now. I'm going to do a little bit of quick intro, maybe a little bit of myself as well. Very happy to be the event host today. My name is Ari. I'm a Super Friday streamer. I stream a variety of games, probably more than 850 just on Twitch alone. We do live reviews. I also write reviews. I do some singing. We do some jazz singing. We also sang a lot the past couple of days for charity. I do some creative housing as well as in-game photography, editing. Mindfulness meditation is something we do as well. Mental health is very important to us. So I definitely just wanted to showcase today to see like how Twitch is an epitome of how it can bring people together. Like would I before Twitch have imagined I'm just meeting like Hollywood actors from across the world and actually being able to bring them together. Like I would not have thought about that before. This is absolutely just incredible. And of course, our actors today have also, including Dan, have very, very graciously agreed to actually help us fundraise for St. Jude as well, help support the kids. So if you donate $100 or more today to St. Jude, we can ask them to act on a little scenario. Okay, just for a little lulz. My example for them is you're either gonna be a cowboy preparing for like a duel. Maybe you're a father changing a diaper and getting attacked by a wasp, but whatever it may be, just a little small scenario for them to actually act out 20 seconds, 30 seconds or so. Just something silly and fun and keep it light for to support the kids at St. Jude's. I appreciate all of you. So a little bit of intro, so you heard a little bit. So of course we know Dan. I met Dan through Twitch and have seen him at Twitch Toronto first, and actually have been very kind to allow me to be its mod as well as I have been really a part of the journey. He does a lot of collab. So Dan mentioned a little bit earlier. So if you didn't know, Dan streams quite a bit, RL, collabs, and also does music. Actually has written some music before. We know him as someone who does computer science, but he actually has a theater background as well, and his brother actually has a theater background and company in New York. So anyway, so Dan is going to be one of our actors today as well, and has a background. So you're welcome to ask him to, perform as well. So of course we have Danny. I'm just going in the order, okay? So no favorite, just going going the order of like who's there. So we have met Danny. Daniel Moncada is one of my life's best friend now. We met through Fallout 76, and we have been able to see each other also TwitchCon in person for the first time. He is extremely scary in Breaking Bad, very, very terrifying, but he's actually the sweetest person. He's a real homie. Like, we're going to be, connecting. What you didn't know is that he also streams. He has been streaming for a little bit now. He streams a lot of co op. Daisy, Fallout 76. Yeah, definitely go connect with him. He has become a Twitch partner just a few months ago. So, a little congratulations. And he
Thank you.
streams quite regularly. So, yeah, definitely go connect with him. Very, very kind. And very open to connecting with community as well. You know them as like, Hollywood actors and so on, but really he's super down to earth. And of course, Abu. Abu's amazing. You might know him in Race Bubble as Father, Bayak from Assassin's Creed. as well as Island of Hope from House of the Dragon, which we of course love. What you may or may not know, our community knows, is that Abu also has Surgeon Studio. He's founded a studio. He's a creative director of Tales of Kinsera Sao, which is a game we really love, and how we connected, of course, also via Twitch. So if you use exclamation mark ZAU, you'll see the game. If you use exclamation Abu, you'll see the background, IMDb, as well as Danny, exclamation mark Danny, exclamation mark Dan for Dan, so you can see all the information there. So Abu is, of course, amazing. So Tales of Sarah is a game we connected on. It's a game about honoring his late father. Just a wonderful game that we have really, really enjoyed. So highly recommend. If you need a little bit more information, definitely feel free to ask. I'll let Abu expand on it as well. The team has been continuing to update the game as well. There have been wonderful accessibility options. I know some chase sequences should be skipped into one. So yeah, there's a lot of options, and really emphasize the fact that like gaming is for everyone, so they've really tried to do that to expand that experience so everyone can enjoy it the way you want it. So anyway, thank you so much for everyone for joining again today. They are going to be performing. If you have a little scenario for them to perform, it's going to be a little silly. Again, thank you so much for doing that. If you donate $100 to St. Jude today via Tiltify or Twitch in-house donation, you can ask them for to perform something for you today. Okay, so let's get started on a little bit about acting. So maybe we'll start with Dan again, a little bit about why you decided to go to computer science and theater. Like,
Yeah.
what drew you into acting?
Well, I'll tell this story. So, as I had mentioned to Daniel and Abu, nice to meet you, Abu.
For meeting you.
It's great to have you here. And yeah, so I did a lot. I was like one of those. I did a ton of theater in high school and college. My brother, who's a year older than me, he was really the one who introduced me because he like from his whole life has been passionate about theater. And my interesting story, I got into it because when I was a freshman or sophomore, I tried out for the basketball team. I didn't make it. I was bummed because I was like, oh, what am I going to do now? And he said, well, Dan, why don't you go try out for this play? I said, oh, sure. And then I really enjoyed it. And for me, the big thing was the community. It's interesting. It ties into Twitch because the reason I got into and enjoyed acting was because of the community of the production. And there's this amazing sense of community and camaraderie and companionship when you're doing a performance because it brings people together. Um, and did that every semester and summer. But then I decided to. It's funny. I did think about going to acting. I went back and forth on it, and eventually I decided, well, I don't know if that's my calling. My brother, it was his calling. Like he runs for so Daniel and Abu. I don't know if you know. Have ever heard of Shakespeare in the parking lot?
Yep. Oh, not in the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes, it's in the parking lot. They do it on the like in the Chelsea area where they basically, and they've been doing it now for the drilling company theater. They've been doing it, I don't know, 15, 20 years now, where they go to a parking lot and they perform Shakespeare, and they have a whole season in the summer, but it's just they set up in a parking lot, and cars are driving by, and they just deal with whatever the natural world provides them as they're doing Shakespeare. Horns will be honking, but it's something that's in New York that has gotten a lot of folks watching it. But anyway, it's I also was a computer science major, and I was very good in math. And it's funny when I was in school, people would ask me, "Oh, theater and computer science, you must be into computer lighting." And I said, no, meaning because they looked at the intersection of theater and computer science. And so they thought you might, and at that point in theater, lighting was the thing that was computerized because everything else, I was like, no, I just happen to have two interests. And I decided to go ahead and use my computer science degree, but I thought a lot about it, and it was like, at that time, computer science wasn't this lucrative field like it is today. It was back in 1985. But I've often said that I think coming to Twitch is sort of this kind of pinnacle because, I think we're all creators, and, that was a big part of me growing up. But then I went about my life and I found community in other ways. But there's a completely different world. I don't think I would have been a performer if I decided to go into it. I think eventually I would have moved more towards directing and producing. I think I was a good performer, but I don't think that would have been the thing. I think I would have been, but I still have other friends that do it as a big music theater buff, and so I've kept in touch with some of my friends, and then another one who does film. So it's always been this side of me, and it's funny that when I became CEO, a lot of people thought, oh, he's just a tech guy, and it's like, no, actually, there's a whole different world where I could have been a streamer. So that's my
Oh
story in
wow.
a nutshell.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And actually, some things that not many people know, maybe some people know. Yeah, I'm gonna put Dan on the spot. Dan has actually live streamed GTA RP before. So anyway, much braver than many of us. So Dan is definitely not afraid to sort of like put himself out there, just have fun with the community and join in. That's what we love about him.
Well,
And he just kind
I'll
of
throw
do
my
it.
idea out to Daniel and Abu. I have an idea that actually I
Absolutely,
threw out
sure
to someone I
thing.
knew from theater because
Give it to us. Give it to us.
a lot of people don't realize that look, all of Twitch, but in particular GTA RP, but all of Twitch is really improvisational performance art. I mean, that's what Twitch is, right? And the beauty of GTA RP is you have all these gamers who are basically doing improv, and that's what they're doing. Okay. And they take on a character, they create the character. One of my ideas is like I think that someone for actors and theater students, like a great course would be to do a GTA RP improv course where basically all of the students, the whole course is done on a GTA RP server, right? With all of the students creating characters and developing the characters as part of the GTA role play, right? Because I think so many people don't realize that all of these folks that do GTA RP, what they're doing is acting. They're doing improv, right? And these are people that never thought of themselves as actors. They're just gamers, and yet a lot of them are great at improv. So I think there's a ton there in the interplay between the performance world and the Twitch and the game playing world. I think actually having actor friends, you like I don't know if either of y'all are into GTA RP, but if you were, I think this idea of
I've
bringing in actors to do it, like I think it'd be incredibly cool to bring in known actors into one of the servers to create characters.
I've never heard of GTA RP. I've
Well,
never heard of it.
okay, so let me explain what happens then, Abu. Then that's incredible. So, okay, so do you know what Grand Theft Auto is?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so basically, in fact, Abu, you should be doing this on Twitch, honestly, right? Because what it is people create characters,
Okay.
okay, and they have a number of servers. Some of them are very big servers, okay, where you show up on the server and you play your character each time, right? And
Right,
now
right.
you have to earn your way, and they're cops and they're criminals and the whatever, and you figure out what character you want to be. Oh, I'm going to be a 60-year-old woman. Oh, I'm going to be a cop. Oh, I'm going to be this. Oh, I'm going to be that. And then a ton of streamers, literally, this is just like they do this 8 hours a day where they come and they play their character in GTA, right? And they create dialogue because in fact, of course, these characters keep showing up and they know each other, right?
Right.
And they create plot that extends on the GTA background because they have relationships and they talk about past things and it extends like just like for months on end these characters and the relationships between the characters and the plot and and the arc. So it's a massive thing on Twitch. Okay, and it's even going to be bigger once GTA 6 comes out.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So there are a number of servers and tons of folks that this is like one of the biggest things on Twitch is doing GTA roleplay.
Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna pause you for a moment. So everyone's saying that Abu's mic sounds a little bit distorted. I'll
Yeah,
turn you
I'm
up.
seeing that. So I'm trying to fix it. So how
It
about this?
sounds
How's
pretty
it
good
sounding
right
now?
now. Actually, it sounds pretty good right now. What does everyone think? Is that okay?
Is it good, chat?
Let me check. Let
Help
me
me
check
out.
it real quick. Go ahead. Okay.
Hello, hello. How
Okay,
are
that's
you?
good now. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's bring it to Danny. We wanted to know what got you into acting, and we actually, as a comedian and as a very good friend of Danny, I would actually love to see Danny in GTA 6. So
I
let's
would.
see.
To be honest, is one of, like I said, I started gaming when I'm 44 right now. I'm an old man. I'm a dinosaur.
You're 21. What are you talking
But
about?
I feel pretty young
I
though.
got you.
We're all 21.
Daniel, I think I got you on the age thing. Okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I started playing video games when I was back in my homeland Honduras before I migrated to the US. I was like 6, 7. I used to play in the arcades and before you even had consoles and all that stuff. And then finally we ended up started playing like Nintendo and all that. So I used to play Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. Like then I started, as I got older, I started getting into like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all those games. Um, so I've been doing the gaming for like quite a while, but to me it's always been like one of my dreams to be able to one day be in a game, but not just any game. I would like to, and I'm not trying to like, you know, be greedy or anything. I just want to be able to get in a memorable game, not just any game, because you could get in a lot of smaller games, but I want the good stuff, you know, and it doesn't have to be like Breaking Bad related. I could do any character they want me to be. I don't have to always be like, oh, just the whole Breaking Bad. I don't get me wrong, I love it. Better Call Saul, I love it. Because you get to be the bad guy. You get to do the. Can I say bad words? Okay, I try not to. Okay. No, no, hey, no, hey, the thing is, everybody's too quiet, so I was kind of
That's
like,
okay. I have heard Dan talk some F-bombs before.
Yeah,
so
I know. By the way,
you're
by the way,
good.
it doesn't bother me at all. I'll say, Dan, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't know what area you
no,
know.
no,
Yeah.
no.
That's okay. I'm okay. As long as you're being kind, it's okay. If you use
Okay,
it
I was gonna say
accidentally,
if that's the case, I'm gonna go like this. It's like,
That's better, actually. That's better.
That's amazing. That's great. I love
He's like,
that.
oh my
I
god,
love
yeah.
that.
Let's go.
Oh wow, man.
oh man. So where was I at? I kind of got sidetracked a little bit.
You were talking about you playing video games, you growing up with
And a
games. Yeah.
character.
Yeah. So
Oh, I know what you're saying. You're in the middle of saying Breaking Bad's good, but
Yes.
but I say so Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, it's great. Like you get to do the fun stuff. You get to shoot. You know. and you get to get blow stuff. You get to do the fun stuff that in real life you will get arrested for, right? So it's really cool because you really get immersed into the character as an actor. You really get in character and once you're in, and you got to stay in there. You can't just break character because somebody said something that like somebody said a line that they're not supposed to say. You still got to stay in character and improvise. And sometimes when you improvise, that's actually the things that they take because it just happened naturally. It was not dialogue, everything. So, so like I said, the whole Breaking Bad is a beautiful thing. Better Call Saul is a beautiful thing, but sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. The reason why I say it's a blessing is because it has given me a lot of opportunities, and the curse because a lot of casting directors when they see me, and I mean, let's get real. I'm trying to be egotistical, but Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul has been one of the best shows ever created in history of television. So what casting director hasn't seen the show? So if you see a casting director that already seen the show, right away I'm already being prejudged. Like this guy, he's a badass.
he's a badass drug dealer.
Right.
Yeah, he's a badass drug dealer. They kill people. They don't talk. They don't have no. They just like Terminators, just killing people. So right away, right there, it's like okay, he cannot be a dad. He cannot be funny. This guy, he can only be looked as a killer. So that's the only bad part. But
Oh,
when it comes to like being the bad guy though, it's like yeah, let's do it.
Right.
no,
But that's a
it's
good
so
thing that you
true.
stream on Twitch.
Yeah. That let's go back
Because
to
that
the
gives
question about
people
streaming
a
on
little bit
Twitch.
of
Yeah.
window of who you are as a person.
Mhm.
Because you're not just being an actor there. You're actually like showcasing like yourself, just having fun in the community. You joke around quite a bit with them, and
Mhm.
that's really the way you want to show you. So hopefully that opens up more opportunity. So we're gonna pass it to Abu. So I know
Wait,
Abu
hold on. I was
maybe not
gonna
gonna say
say
too long. Sure, go ahead.
I was going to respond to Daniel because I was going to say I think it is like what you struggle is so true because first of all that already happens for Latino actors to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? And black guy that already is a thing, and it was such an indelible character, right? That it's not just the casting directors. The reality is people see you and they see the character, and that's because you did a good job.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
when they see you, they see the character, and it takes like it takes a while to get that character out. It's actually a testament to to how powerful the character was.
Absolutely.
For them to, because they don't think you are separate from the character. They actually think, oh yeah, that's just him, and it's because it was such a good character.
Made it believable, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that when people come to my chat like for the first time, they come to my chat and they're like, first the first thing they say is like, "Wow, you talk," and it's like, "Yeah," and then they see that I interact with them, that I play the game and I talk to the chat and I interact and I'm funny, I'm silly. I don't have an ego. I'm just me, and then I want everybody to feel welcome when they come to my chat. I feel the love and not just with me, but everybody else. I want everybody to respect each other, be able to communicate. And aside from like when I'm live, to come and support my mods, my co-hosts, and I want everybody to just be together. What I want in the world is pretty simple, just peace and love. Everything else comes with it, like the money, the fame, and all that. That comes after. But the peace and love is what we need in the world in general. I don't get into politics or anything. I'm not religious. I'm just a lot of things is common sense.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right,
yeah.
so let's go to Abu. So definitely would love to chat with you. And of course, like Abu has actually streamed together with me before. Talk about Tales Sarah. It was amazing. We had a stream together with Thor, also on my management team as well with Pirate Software. Had a really lovely chat. They all five, and of course, they showed up their D&D set. So anyway, I know we have a lot of people in the community who are D&D fans as well. Abu actually has tons of different collaborations across Twitch as well, including with Critical Role for D&D campaigns. That was absolutely incredible. It was great having you, seeing you just like vibing with everyone. And we have been, our channel here in Eric Summer's channel, we have been partnered with the Game Awards for years now as an official co-stream. So I was
Oh,
actually
amazing.
going to be a special guest over there. So definitely stay tuned. That's going to be December the 12th. So anyway, happy to see you again. And last time was when Abu has showcased and featured the game Tales of Sarah and told us about the story. It was wonderful seeing you. So let's bring it to you. So what has inspired you to become an actor? Was there a specific actor that you were
Yeah.
admiring, or like a moment, a book, or movie?
Oh man, what inspired me to be an actor? Jeez.
Well, when did you become one? What age were you when you were thinking I'm gonna act?
Okay, here's a funny story. So where I grew up, there wasn't really it was lovely, it was nice, but it was also very kind of like I don't know, it was very disconnected. It was Welling Garden. It's actually just an hour outside of London. Like it's not too far, but like it was anywhere outside of London, it almost feels like a different world. And sometimes actually for the better because you get more breathing air, you get more space. But anyway, the school that I went to, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had no idea. But at the same time, like I kind of enjoyed, like I enjoyed playing around. Anyway, I did drama classes, and drama classes were great because I could play all these different kind of cool characters and pretend to be these different things, and it was just fun. And there was a moment where one of the teachers said, "Oh, there is this thing that's called the National Youth Theatre, which is like this kind of this small theatre group that a lot of kids go to. Well, kids who want to become actors." And I was like, "Huh, okay." So I went to audition for the National Youth Theatre, and it had like people like Chiwetel Ejiofor, Jude Law, like all these big kind of British actors have gone to this National Youth Theatre group. And I remember saying to myself, like, okay, if I don't get this, I'm just gonna go join the army because I have no idea what I want to do. Like it was literally like that kind of like blunt, kind of sharp. Like I just don't know what I want to do as a kid. Um, anyway, I auditioned and luckily I got it, and I got in, and what ended up happening is then that's where I started learning about theater. That's where I started learning about like watching film and TV and all this stuff differently, because actually my love for acting or my love for storytelling came through video games. I used to I played a lot of video games, and my father introduced me to a lot of games when I was a kid. So it was that element of storytelling that really like kind of resonated with me as a kid. I just didn't know how to express this. And I think what was kind of very surreal was, that when I went to the National Youth Theatre, and it was almost like, you did drama at school, and drama at school was kind of just, it's just to keep kids kind of busy, right? But
Mm-hmm.
whereas with the National Youth Theatre, you learn about, about working as an ensemble, working with other actors, working on plays, working on physical theatre, and doing all this stuff. And that, it started to really shape my idea of being an actor. And so, I did that for a bit. That was great. And then I was told to go and audition for drama schools, because I didn't want to do university. I was that one of those kids, which is like college for you guys. So like it was, I was coming to that time where we'd done all our A levels, and it was like, okay, now you got to apply for university. And I was like, I really can't think of anything worse. The idea of sitting down, writing papers, or doing that kind of, like, that's just not me. Um, but then I was told about drama schools, which is essentially, I mean, now when I look back at it, and all my friends who went to university, they had a great time. Drama school was like army camp. Like we were literally like training 9 to 9. Like it was insane and intense. But yeah, I had auditioned for two drama schools um at the time, and I got in. I was lucky to get in. And honestly, it literally just snowballed, and it
Mhm.
just kind of got to where I am now. And again, it all just came from this love of storytelling. I wasn't really, the inspirations really came from, again, as I say, like, um games mainly. But then it came to learning about theater. Then it came to like seeing, there's a theater company called Cheek by Jowl, who are this, they do Shakespeare, but they do Shakespeare in different languages. So, and I remember the first show I saw of theirs was, I think it was The Tempest, and it was in Russian, and they had like subtitles on the top. But the performances were so good, and you kind of understood what was happening without even having to look at the subtitles. It was insane. Like, they're very, very good. And it's I was lucky and fortunate enough to have worked with them actually quite recently. But um but yeah, that was really a moment which also changed me, and made me feel like, oh man, acting is cool. And so yeah, now I've just been, I've been really fortunate now to, to be working in House of the Dragon at the moment, while also, running a studio. It's very serious. It's very surreal.
Right. All right, so we're going to go a little bit reverse order here. We're going to start with Abu, Danny, and then we're going to go to Dan. So you've talked about audition quite a bit. So I have not acted in film or movies before. I've done commercial acting. So of course, it's probably a little bit different. So for instance, like, my process would be, my agent would, for instance, like, get your headshot and things like that, get your reels over to the company, and they would ask you to go for a first audition. You go in. So generally, the experience is you go in, they don't tell you anything at all. So you would just go
Mm-mm.
in, they'd be like, hey, this is what you need to be. This is where you're going to be. This is your script. You have like 5 to 10 minutes, read everything literally stuck on the wall. They would just type these things on the wall. Sometimes you just like walk over the room, you have very little time to prepare, and right away you go in the room. There's like 3 to 5 different people from the company, the producer. It's like right away you need to act. So yeah, that wasn't something I was familiar with, but I was very glad to kind of put yourself out of your comfort zone. Like you're
Mm.
just going in, being yourself right away, just kind of being there. And of course, you get second audition, third audition, they will hold you, and even then, a lot of things could change, and so on. So it's like a very like like fast paced things, and anything could change. They could be like, hey, tomorrow you need to fly out, book your flights, and you're out, that type of thing. So what is it like, Abu? To audition for a Hollywood, like movie or TV, whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's like, it's interesting because I've had very weird experiences, like in the sense of, like, so for Raised by Wolves, for example, um, that was like 9 rounds of auditioning. Uh, and it literally, you get sent sides, which is essentially a your character like scene. And then you either do a self tape, which is, you'd record it with a friend at home and then send it off to the casting directors, or you'd go in and meet the casting directors. And like, but with Raised by Wolves, I had like 9 rounds, where like the first round was a self tape. The second was actually meeting Ridley Scott, and being like, and him telling me like, hey, this is what I want you to do. And I'm like, I'm in front of Ridley Scott, okay, I'll do anything. So it was that kind of experience. And then the seven were just like, ridiculous sort of different accents, different ways about it. Whereas, House of the Dragon, that was, first of all, the audition wasn't like it when it came through. It didn't say like, oh, this is for House of the Dragon. It was like a complete different code name, different character name, whatever. But that was 2 rounds, and that was like super super quick. And it's like, yeah. So from my experience, anyway, from this side of the pond, I'd say it is really just a sense of like you get your sides, and you tape it, and you pray that you hear something. If you don't hear anything, you definitely didn't get it. Like, so yeah, so that's from my experience. I'd be actually interested to hear what your experience is, Daniel, man. Like, how have you, like, when it came to even auditioning for stuff, like what was it like? What's it been like actually on that side? Because I've never actually I don't know if it's similar, but I feel like it's different in America than it is.
Okay, so you probably gonna hate me. I think you all guys are gonna hate me after I say what I'm about to say. So Breaking Bad was actually my first acting gig.
All right, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. No,
It's
I'm
like,
done.
I'm
No,
walking out.
Done. I'm finished. I can't believe this. What?
Hey,
Yeah, actually, Daniel, I was suspecting that was the case, and I was going to ask you because growing up in Honduras, it wasn't like, oh, I went to theater camp. You know? In other words, there weren't theater camps.
We have
in
been
Honduras.
slaving away here.
I actually know the story behind it. Yeah, it was interesting. You have to tell the Malcolm in the Middle story as well.
No,
okay.
man.
Oh
We
man,
got
okay.
DJ here thinking like, oh yeah, I want to be an actor, or maybe maybe whatever. And you're like walking into like the biggest show on TV. Nah, man.
Okay. You know what, Abu? The first initial reaction was like, he's like, I'm out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to say it real quick. I don't know how. I don't want to get too stuck. I get to talk too much when I start talking. So my brother had been acting for like, I don't know, like 7 years. He went to the audition. He was already an actor. And he went to the audition for Breaking Bad, and when he auditioned, Breaking Bad was not Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was it was super low budget. There were, I don't know if you guys know the story about Breaking Bad, but the story about Breaking Bad, when they first started pitching the show, nobody wanted to pick it up in California. Nobody wanted to touch it because it was talking about a chemist, turning into drug lord and drugs and everything. And it's kind of funny because, a lot of movies, like a lot of like the good movies that we like, they always have sex, violence, and drugs. It sells, right? It sells. So nobody wanted to pick it up. So finally, AMC and Sony, they had the balls to be like, you know what, we'll take it. But California didn't want to film it here. So New Mexico was really smart. And then they were like, you know what, come to New Mexico and we're going to give you a kickback, incentives on taxes, basically give money back to the production, give them a kick. And yeah, sure enough, now has created so many jobs, and so many other TV shows and movies have started over there. So the whole story with my brother, and he went to the audition. So he already been working like 7 years and acting.
Where was he living at the time? Was he living in LA?
He was living in LA, and
living in LA too, or you?
Yeah, I was living in LA, but I was in college. I was in prison.
Okay.
So, and I'll tell you a little story about that later with the whole Malcolm in the Middle story. So. So
sorry
no,
for poking you.
no, but
I get you.
It's a really funny story. It's a really funny story. It's really funny, and and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. No, Abu and Dan, they're probably like, what is he talking about? Okay,
I'm literally like,
okay,
this is crazy.
So I went. So my brother went to the audition, and then he already had booked a couple of jobs with the casting director. So when they like you, you already know, Abu, when a casting director likes you, they'll talk to you after the audition or before.
They'll always bring you back in. Yeah.
But most of the time, they don't talk to you before because then they're gonna throw you off unless they want to test you. Okay, then they're gonna start talking to you to see, like, let's see if the guy's prepared. So after the audition, my brother, they started talking to me. Hey, Louis, how's the life? It's cool. How's your baby? Oh. And he knew tattoos. Back then, I was doing tattoos, right? So he's like, yeah, my brother did a tattoo on me, and he was gonna pull up his pant leg because I did that on his shin. He was like, oh, my brother did a tattoo on me. He was gonna pull up his pant leg, and the casting directors, since they were looking for twins or two lookalikes, they looked at him as like, wait. And then the casting directors were next to each other, so wait, you got a brother? And he's like, and he's like, He's like, yeah. And then he's like, does he look like you? He's like, is he as tall as you? Has he ever acted? And when he said this, they kind of got a little sad. He's like, no. So they got a little sad, kind of like, oh man, you got us all excited for nothing. And then it seems like they had to change their heart. And then sure enough, they got the sites, the dialogue, and they told him, bring him tomorrow. Make sure he studies. And you guys already know if you have a brother or a sister, you guys, especially a brother, you already know brotherly love is a thing. So he calls me. I was working security for film, so I was always behind the camera, like taking care of the actors. So I was already knew the environment. So I was doing that, and then he calls me. He's like, hey motherfucker, get home. And he told me the whole story. And I was like, okay, cool. So I get home. I'm thinking I've been up for like 13, 14 hours. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. He's like, no, motherfucker. He's like, you're gonna study. People will kill to have this opportunity. So you're gonna study. He said, and go take a shower, come and get some coffee, and then you say, you this is what you're gonna do. He said, you're gonna feel stupid. He said, you're gonna get in front of the mirror, and you're gonna study and pretend that you're talking to yourself. It sounds stupid, but that's the way you gotta do it. And study, study, study. Once you're getting tired, either take another shower, wash your face, or drink more coffee, and keep on doing it again. Once everything that you're reading starts getting kind of blurry, then you go go to sleep, wake up 5 hours before the audition, do it all over again. So we get to the audition, I go in there, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was so nervous because, okay, first, I was on parole, right? Second, it's a big opportunity, so I don't want to mess it up for my brother. I was even more worried about my brother than me. I was like, I don't want to mess it up for him because I'm not an actor yet, so I don't really have nothing to lose. A lot to gain, but nothing to lose. But I don't want to make him look bad, so I was like, I gotta do a good job. Sure enough, I go in there, I messed it up. The first take, I messed it up. Second take, I messed it up. The third take, before the third take, the casting director was like, look, Danny, we know you're not an actor, so like okay. My ego went down even more, and I'm just playing. So he's like, we know you're not an actor, but just think about the whole scene, the audition, as if it was happening in real life. How will you react if it was in real life? In this scenario, how will you deliver those lines if that was something that you're gonna say? So try to think about it that way, and if you can, try to go with the dialogue. But if you kind of get sidetrack on the dialogue, just improvise and kind of go along with the theme of the story, and we'll take it from there. That resonated real quick. We did it. They liked it. They were like, that was great. Let's do it one more time. And we did it again. We got it. And after that, they're like, okay, we're gonna go bring your brother in. We're gonna do an audition, improv audition for you guys in Spanish. So we're gonna give you a scenario. You guys could just act on it, and that's it. So we did it, and next thing you know, the agents call and be like, okay, you guys got it for LA. They're gonna do auditions in New Mexico, and then if they don't find anybody over there, because they were trying to avoid the expenses from us traveling, right? Hotels, travel, and all that stuff. Right. They did auditions in New Mexico, and they call us the next day. It's like, you guys got it. You guys got so many. You guys got so many episodes. They're gonna fly you on this. They're gonna stay you. They're gonna pay you this. And they give us all the goodies. And I was like, wow. Okay, I don't know if I should say this, but it's not bad. It's not illegal. But I must say it. I think a lot of people should probably hear this. So like I was telling you, I was on parole, right? When I was on parole, and when you're on parole, you can only go 50 miles from your residence. Right. So in order for me to go to New Mexico, I had to ask my parole officer to give me permission. He was a little bit of an a-hole. And so my brother and I, we kind of talked about it, and we're like, okay, this is what we, strategize, right? So I asked him, hey, excuse me, sir, can you visit me to my house? Because I wasn't, like, call it high control when you're supposed to be like, oh my God. So he came, and he, checked for drugs and everything. I was not doing no drugs. I was clean. I had a job, everything. So there was no way they could have violated me whatsoever. I was trying to always keep it like straight, straight. I was walking in a straight line. And then I asked him, hey, sir, if there was, and I already had the job, but I don't want to tell him I had the job because if I tell him I got the job and he says no to the permission, then I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
all right. So if there was ever an opportunity for me to work in acting out of state, will you give me permission? He looked at me like I was crazy. It's like, why? So why? There's a lot of work over here in California. Why are you gonna go? Why are you gonna go out of state? I don't know. Maybe there's more opportunity because there's less talent, less actors. Maybe less competition. He's like, nah. He's like, why not? He's like, first off, why? He just kept on saying why. He's like, why? He's like, why are you gonna go out of town? He's like, it's a lot of work over here. And then again, if I ask my superior, they're gonna automatically shut me down. He's like, actually, your superior was actually my parole officer in my last term, So she actually gave me permission before to go out of town. I was working as a mover, moving heavy stuff for people, in a truck. And because I was trying to do anything that I could that was not illegal, I was trying to keep on a, straight line. So, and he was like, nah, I don't believe you. She would never do that. It's like, actually, you could call her right now. And I was really cool with her. She was really nice to me. And then he's like, nah, I would not do it. So as soon as he said that, I was like, excuse me, my language was, I don't give a fuck. I'm going. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. If I have gone to jail for stupid stuff. This is a life-changing opportunity for me, for my brother. I'm gonna go. And yes, sure enough, I traveled like 8-9 times, and he never found out.
Well, did you?
Wow.
Well, hold on.
Wow.
Did you
Okay,
keep
nobody's
your
saying
other
anything.
job?
There's no witness here.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Daniel, did you keep your other job? Because
Yeah.
he obviously
Yeah.
fucked up in your job, so you
Yeah.
had to
You had to.
you
No,
had to keep the other
Right.
job because of course he checks to see if you're
N-
doing your job.
it was not even about that. It was I didn't want to be. I don't want like. I was being pretty smart about financials and try to like not get caught in the hype and not be egotistical because a lot of I was working security for films. And one of the guys, actually the location managers, the one that always kind of gets the locations before they film, he was like, he was the basically they're kind of like the bosses from the ones that hire the security companies. So the guy asked me, "Hey, Danny's like, why are you working security, bro? You're an actor now." It's like, I know, but just because I'm working on the show doesn't mean that that I'm gonna be rich. It's like I want to stay busy. It's like, this is free money. It's like it's not hard. It's not a hard job. It's just about staying up and doing my thing. I don't want to be in one trick pony. That I'm an actor. I'm too cool to work now. It's like, nah, bro. That's when you become egotistical and you think that you're better than everybody else. It's like I'm still gonna keep this job, and on top of that, for my parole officer, and I was like, why am I not gonna be able to get this money just because I'm working over there, you know? And but I always try to always try to take care of my mom, because she took care of me when I was little. So it's like I will make a little extra change. I will buy her groceries, give a little bit of cash here and there. So it's the more money that I have, it was like, well, the more I could help my mom, the more I could help myself. If I see some shoes that I need, it's like, you know what, I like those shoes. You know what, I deserve it. I'm gonna buy them. So I always try to keep my head on, my head on the ground, my feet, and stay humble. What I always tell people, you always gotta remember where you came from. The day you forget where you came from, then you're a piece of shit. Always remember where you came from. And I mean, I came from a third world country. So, and like again, to the story that I was saying about the whole Malcolm in the Middle. So like I told you, I was in prison, right? So when I was in prison, I used to watch. I watched Clint Eastwood on Gran Torino. I ended up working with Clint Eastwood on The Mule. I worked with Kevin Costner on McFarlane USA. I worked with Mel Gibson. I ended up. Then I used to watch Bryan Cranston on Malcolm in the Middle. This is where it gets funny. I used to watch Malcolm in the Middle when I was in jail. I wasn't. We were on lockdown. I was in the shoot security housing unit. So it's basically the whole of the prison of the prison of the prison. When something happens in there, you get in trouble. They send you to the hole, and then from there they send you to the shoe, and you're basically locked down 24/7. Basically, you're supposed to get out like 12 hours per week, but a lot of the correction officers, when When they don't want to work, they just say, "Oh, something happened. We can't let you out." So it's pretty bad. But like just like anything in life, you get adjusted to it. You get accustomed. So we were in the cell a lot. So I watched Malcolm in the Middle, and I had a great time watching it. Right, it would be a good pastime. So fast forward like about I don't know like 4 or 5 years later, we go to the audition for Breaking Bad. I get the job, and I go on set with my brother. So they took us in a van to supposedly Mexico. Mexico was really like it wasn't even Mexico. It was literally across the street from the Albuquerque studios. There was a big empty field, and that was Mexico, and
Amazing.
it was funny, right? See now they build a lot of condos, but so we'll get in a van, transportation van. They will take us over there, and then we get off, right? And the first thing we seen was as soon as we got off, we seen Bryan Cranston. He was directing the episode, and we see him, and he's sitting down in the director chair. And I looked at my brother. He's like, "Hey, that's the guy from Malcolm in the Middle." And my
This is
brother,
why you don't get such a big job as your first thing, man.
I know. It was funny. So after I told him that, he's like, hey, relax. You're supposed to be a professional. You can't be fang rolling over here, man. Come on. Hey, shh. And I was like, all right, cool, okay, cool. So yeah, so that's why I'm so grateful for everything that I have now, because like, I mean, from growing up in a third world country and coming to the States, when I first came, I was I was an outcast, and people would look at us weird because the way I dress, I didn't speak English, so I go to school and they see all these different ethnicities. I never seen so many ethnicities because I was from one place.
Did you come over? Did your parents bring you over?
Yeah, my mom came, and then she was here by herself for like I don't know, like 6 7 years, and then she brought us legally. She did everything super legal. It was really admiring, to be honest, because she didn't have to, because she didn't want, we could have came illegally, but then she had to pay. And then what she didn't want to happen to us was to us to get assaulted, get raped on the way over here. She's like that I'm not gonna be able to live with that. I'd rather pay more money and take care of it legally and everything, and you guys could just fly and land here, and I know you guys are gonna be safe. So my mom she's a saint, man. She's tiny, but she's huge in stature, like in her heart.
Yeah.
Was your dad out of the picture, or was he still part of the family? Just
Oh no, that dude was out for
yeah,
like
that's what I figured.
yeah, he was out for like since I was like 4.
Yeah.
I was since I was like 4. I met him like when I was like 16. I met him briefly, and then like I didn't really get to like meet him, but I met him, and then like a week later, you know, I seen him again, but I was in the hospital because I got hit, I got attacked with machetes and stuff, so I got hit with my, it was a little attack.
Oh, we
So
all know about that, Daniel.
yeah, so yeah,
oh,
so
yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a machete attack. I remember those.
I
yeah,
was attacked
How
by my
about
daughter's
Dan?
banana, so it's totally
Right?
fine.
yeah, and
I don't know
then
if Dan has ever. Have you ever actually ever auditioned for anything? So I know you graduated from theater. So have you actually pursued that at some point, or
Well, I
tried
haven't, but
that
I
at
want hold
all?
on before we switch off on that. I want to keep Daniel hasn't completed the story yet.
Right.
Okay, and I think everybody is really
Right.
like.
And I do want to be mindful because Abu may have to leave a bit earlier,
mhm.
so that's why I think Daniel would be able
well
to
then
stay
we
a little
should
bit
switch
afterwards.
over.
They can
Yes.
wait. This is great.
Okay, okay.
I'm learning a
Awesome.
hell of a lot here
Okay,
today.
fantastic.
I'm learning a hell of a
I
lot.
just want to be a little bit more cautious. All
I think
good.
it's fine. We're having fun. So Daniel,
Okay,
let me ask you
fantastic.
this question that I'm sure everyone has. Okay, actually, since you mentioned your dad, I have this question. So, do you think your dad knows who you are now?
Oh yeah, he knows. He wants to be cool with me now. Not gonna
Okay,
happen.
okay,
I mean,
okay,
to be
perfect.
honest, this is gonna sound kind of cold, but I don't even know if the guy's alive. To be honest, and to be honest, I don't care if he died. I don't care because he was never in. I mean, the thing about my dad, if he was even weird saying my dad because I never call him like that. The thing about my father, whatever, is that when we were growing up, I was like 4, so I was not be able to witness that. I heard the stories later, but he was a womanizer. He was a drunk, and he would be abusive to my mom. So that's what I always told myself. I'm never gonna hit a woman. I'm not gonna be doing anything that he did. You know, I know the cycle of the whole thing stops here. I'm not gonna have kids and teach my kids, oh, you gotta be a drunk. You could be a womanizer. So, yeah, I didn't grow up with a dad, But you know that the thing is, everything that I gone through, like the whole going to jail and all that, I'm not gonna blame it on I didn't have a father. You know, I I did what I did because I did what I did. I'm not. I can't be. I can't be. I can't play the victim. You know, I got to
Right.
take responsibility for my actions and say, you know what, I made mistakes. How can I, how can I make it better? How can I be a better human being? Okay, how can I be better, a better person with my friends, my, you know, if I have a wife or a kid or whatever, my mom. That's basically what it comes down to. It. A lot of people that go to jail. The problem is that when they get out of jail, they had the mindset that they're victims for the whole judicial system, which is really messed up. Which is really messed up. I went like last time I went to jail. I went on a violation, and I just got picked up because the way I looked. The guy picked me.
Yeah.
He got me. He apprehended me. He threw me in jail, and I was like, okay, that's the way it is. I can't complain. I did my time. I got out, and then I just told myself, you know what, this happened because it caught me slipping. So how do I not get caught slipping? I just walk a straight line. When I'm driving, put your signal light. If I'm stopping, everything, just walk a straight line, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
And
You knew that the truth is you were held to a higher standard.
yeah, yeah,
And so then you just had to deal with that. Okay,
yeah,
so I have one other question though.
yes, sir.
Did your talk to me about if the parole officer, when did you finish your parole with Breaking Bad going big? Because the question is, did that parole officer ever realize and figure out that you did that?
You know what? I think the guy was so into himself, and he was so dumb that he probably never found out that I was doing all that behind his back.
Okay, so he might be. We don't know. I doubt he's watching the stream. Okay, but
I think he is.
Hey,
I suspect at some point he saw you on Breaking Bad and said, "Holy shit!" But you have no idea.
He
What
did that
what
whole
he
like
thought.
Leo moment where he was like,
Right.
"That guy."
who's that guy? He did it behind my back. It's like, well, it was not illegal, so you can't put me in jail.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go.
When did your parole end with Breaking Bad? Was it after the first season as filmed,
No,
or
we worked on season 3, and I got out in 2008. We started Breaking Bad in 2009, and my parole, they call it high control parole. So you basically got to do 3 years automatic, like minimum. So I did my 3 years. My parole ended in 2011, and I've been parole free ever since.
so for season 2 and season 3, you were also on parole.
No, we only worked on season 3, and then they did season 4, 5, and 4 and 5, and then we came back on Better Call Saul, and then
No, I know that, but when you were filming season 3,
Mhm.
season 1 was already a hit.
Not yet. Season
Ah,
1 and 2, they were like nobody really
Yeah,
knew much about the show. To be
I think I actually, funnily enough, like it was, this was at drama school. Like I remember Breaking Bad became like this big thing at like the fourth season.
yeah,
Like no one had heard anything about it
nothing.
until like the fourth season. Or I think, yeah, it was the fourth season where
that's true.
really like here it was like the biggest thing. Like it was,
Mm.
almost like The Wire to a degree.
You
And
know what
so
happened
yeah, that's
was
fascinating.
it catapulted after Bryan Cranston won the Emmy on season 3. And after that, he won every single year till the show ended. So he won season 3, and then after that, people were like, "What is this show?" And after and after
Right.
that, it came on Netflix, and it just
Because it
kept on
came at a
going.
time that, yeah, now that you're saying, I remember, because at that time, this idea of what I'll call these secondary channels having what I'll call A caliber content, and I'm saying AMC is a secondary channel. It wasn't one
Yep.
of the major networks,
Hmm.
right? And of course now, of course, FX. There's all sorts of wonderful dramas that are produced by not one of the major networks or streaming service. But back then, that wasn't the case. And so I think Breaking Bad was probably one of the first what I'll call A caliber dramas
Mhm.
that was created by one of the not one of the major networks,
Networks.
right? And so the first few seasons was on AMC. People would see it, but it wasn't until the AMA that it's like, holy shit, there's something this good on
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
WTF? We didn't know AMC did original
Mm.
content.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
I
mer-
actually was working at healthcare at the time, but I remember it was so big that
yeah.
there
It
was
was
actually
huge,
memo
right?
being, yeah, it was
Hmm.
memo being sent out to everyone. It's like, please do not discuss spoilers because
Yeah.
Yeah.
like in lunchrooms and things like that, because people didn't want to talk about it. Everyone was so into it. Yeah, it was interesting.
You guys would be surprised, but I'm actually like, not because I worked on it, but I'm actually like a big fan of the show myself. I'm like, I mean, because when I watched it live like everybody else. Like
Yeah.
the only episodes that I knew what was gonna happen was the episodes that we were in, and after that, every episode that we watch, we will watch it live with the audience, like you guys, you know. And I recently watched the show like about a little over a year. I watched Breaking Bad and I watched El Camino and Better Call Saul, and it was like I know it's kind of probably you guys probably think, oh, it doesn't feel kind of weird when you watch it. So like I already kind of accustomed myself to it, and be like, yeah, I look
Yeah.
fucking good, right? I had to say it. Now I watch it and like wow. Sometimes I get to I guess in my head I'm like, wow, I was in one of the greatest shows on
Yeah.
television. So, but
Yeah.
like at the same time though, like I said, you know, you gotta stay humble and not be egotistical and think you're better than anybody else. Because you know, as that saying goes, man, you gotta treat you know, the whoever the big kahuna is the same as you treat the janitor, because the janitor could be
Yeah.
the owner of the place that where you work.
Well, the interesting thing, Daniel, that goes with where you came from, because in fact, you have friends that are still, living that life that you would have left. You would
Yeah.
have lived. There's a life you would have lived if it. I always think that's such amazing about these things, because the truth is, if not for truly some very small things, if your brother had not said, "I have this happening with my brother," suppose he had never said anything
Mm.
about his brother to the casting director, right? The casting director never would have said, "Oh, you've got a brother,"
Yeah.
right? And literally, the entire life you would have led, there is literally one sentence your brother said
Hmm.
that would have led to a massively different life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have a question for Abu, to bring it to Abu so he talks some.
Yes.
But if you don't mind me asking the question,
Go
so
on.
and
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm going to go into something that I know is a challenge for all actors, because even as you have success, you're continually hearing no. So one of the challenges, you never know if this success you've had is going to keep going, because Abu's had some nice successes, but that doesn't mean he's going to have nice successes 2 years from now. So talk about your journey of once you started having success, but also the fact that even with success, how constantly you get rejection.
Oh, dude,
Because
I all the time. I hear it all the time, and I think that's been the real uh that's the truth of this business. You know, it's the sense of, and it's exactly, as Danny says, like the to be humble. Like most of the, like the actors that are that you watch, and like I respect Killian Murphy. I respect, like, even like, Idris Elba. Like there's these actors out there where they've all had no to them, and there's obviously there's that, and it's the ego, right? You've got to look at the ego, and you've really got to kind of, be very real of that sense of self. So I auditioned for Star Wars. I auditioned for, for even, like, elements of, like, big Marvel films. Like I've done them all, and I've heard this. I've even auditioned for even some small bits, which, like, even during House of the Dragon came out, and like this whole year, I've been auditioning here and there. I still got no's, and like it is that whole thing of, like, but I've worked with Ridley Scott. I'm on the biggest show, like, on TV. Like, what's going on? But the truth is, it's like, really, and the reality is, like, this industry, or this world of storytelling, it's, the right thing will come at the right time. Like, and I think I've always had that. I've tried, I've developed that mentality of, like, it has to be, again, if I did Star Wars, for example, I wouldn't have done a show where I've met, like, some of the closest friends that I've ever met, that I ever had, now. If I did, if there was a moment as well, like, where I had auditioned for it was like a TV show, a big TV show here in the UK. I'm trying to remember the name, but it was a hit. It was like a big, I can't remember it. But the point is, the only reason why I can remember it is because if they didn't say no to me, I wouldn't have done Assassin's Creed Origins. And if I didn't do
Mm.
Assassin's Creed Origins, I wouldn't have opened my eyes to the idea of being, into video games, like, working in video games. And so, like, it is that whole thing of like, yeah, those no's really are truly like basically this universe sort of telling you like, this isn't your path, this is where you got to go. And rather than seeing it as a way of being like, oh yeah, they don't like, it's because they don't like you, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just the vision of the director at the time, or whoever has got a different idea or a different way that they want to go with it, and you got to respect that. And like, even with me, like now, even being on the other side and being, having now directed and now having written my own stuff and done that, the last thing that even ever comes to mind is that you don't like the other person or that they did a terrible job when they've auditioned. That's the last thing, like literally. Because first of all, if you didn't like that person, you would have auditioned them in the first place. Like
Yeah.
that's that, and that's the reality of it. And I think like that's why I feel with with my experiences of whenever I hear a no, it's a sense of like, okay, cool, maybe this collaboration doesn't work now, but it will work later. And I think like that's kind of where my head has been. But it is funny, it's never easy, but it is always a sense of like, okay, thick skin, gotta move, thick skin, because it is, again, like every actor gets a no, every actor.
Yeah.
And like we have this saying as well, which I find hilarious within the sort of the acting world, which is like, they always say you were never the first choice. Apart from Danny's situation over here, which we're not going to talk about anymore. But like the point is like you're like, we always say like you're never the first choice, and so you've got to kind of be, and that is like a humbling reality check of like, yeah, actually, you know what? That's just the way that the machine
Yeah,
works.
they had an idea of someone for the role, which usually is a named actor that is well known, and then like, oh, wouldn't it be good if we could get so and so? And then of course the answer
Exactly.
is they can't, and it's like, okay, well, who are we going to go with now?
Then,
Exactly.
then they see somebody like me be like, not him.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I think this idea, by the way, I think there's lessons for everyone in this idea of learning and actually leaning into rejection. That in fact,
Yeah.
we hate rejection. And so often we shy away from rejection, okay, because we don't want, to be told no. If you're single and you're interested in someone, you may not go up and talk to them because you're afraid they may not be interested in you, right?
Yeah.
And your fear of rejection. I think like what person who's 18 or 19 doesn't have someone they're interested in and their share of letting them know it because they might be rejected.
Yeah.
And there's something about, and I think acting is the epitome of this, that you have to lean into rejection and embrace it and accept it. And once in fact, you can't succeed as an actor if you can't accept rejection because it's
Yeah, that's so true.
emotionally too hard. And the best way to learn to accept rejection is to get rejected all the time. Because in fact, that's what happens to you as an actor, even as a successful actor. As you said, you get rejected all the time, and eventually you realize it's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the worst thing anyone can say is no, and that's like, that's not a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? And like, truly, like, because you've said no all the time. Like, it's totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, rejection is part of life, and what worse feeling than imagine somebody telling you no, and you feel defeated, and not try again. So you're never gonna have that experience of what if I would have tried it? Would I probably made it? You know, it's like,
that's it, man. Yeah.
So you're always gonna have that
yeah.
doubt in your head. If I would have had the balls to just do it one more time, maybe I probably would be where I want to be. But I didn't have the guts because I felt rejected and I feel weird and I felt uncomfortable. You gotta be okay with being uncomfortable and feeling comfortable with it.
Yes, I often say that the essence, the foundation of growth is being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't grow and the problem is we shy away from being uncomfortable.
Right.
But then it doesn't challenge us. And I think I always find there's this interesting twist with streaming and theater because the beauty of streaming is you actually get all this acceptance from your community. So you are being accepted. Every time you show up on your stream, you aren't getting rejected, right? You, in fact, are getting accepted and you get that visceral, hey, thanks for being here for however big your stream is. But you're also always dreaming of being bigger. And whether you're a 50 ACCD streamer, 100 or 200 or 500, you feel angst because you're like, but why can't I get bigger? Right? So you're simultaneously dealing with some rejection because you're not as big as you want.
Yeah.
But then this beauty of acceptance because your community that loves watching you is just always there.
Absolutely.
All right, so I want to take a moment to pause a little bit, and we're going to do some activities, and we're going to go back to
All right.
chatting a little bit because we're fundraising for St. Jude. So I want to take a moment to give a little bit of shout out. I know Dan is very familiar with them as well. I actually do know a lot of Twitch ambassadors. So Science Streams is here at our stream pretty much every single day. So they're very beloved first Science Twitch ambassador. And of course, with LaFan Fan, also a very good friend of mine as well. They're just hanging out. And of course, we love to introduce Chat Fall L76 podcast, whom Dan and I actually know Ken. So he's the founder of Fallout for Hope. So it is due to Ken we have been able to have the Fallout for Hope charity initiative. In the past 4 years, the team has grown to more than 750 creators on Twitch and beyond, as well as fundraised more than $650,000 for charity, with $500,000 going to St. Jude. So this is all thanks to Ken. Ken is a very talented voice actor, has a podcast that has more than 1.3 million listens, and just incredible. I think Ken actually might have magnetic personality perk because he's very wise, he's very giving, and when you're around him, you just kind of gain XP and charisma. So anyway, it's Chad at Fallout 76 Podcast. So Ken also streams on Twitch as well. Definitely could give them a follow. They've been extremely generous, extremely giving, and helping support us. To come together, really together for good. That is the tag. The tag is Twitch together for good, and we actually put it here at our channel all year long. It's wonderful to do that. So we do have a few acting scenarios for you because we have some donations, and I'm actually going to donate another $300 to our charity, so that would come up to 2,000 plus for me, as well as quite a bit for the charity. So I appreciate all of you. So we're going to go with a few acting scenarios here. So first of all, we're going to go with let me see scenario one. So we're going to go with Dan, and then we're going to go with Danny and Abu. So you're going to have us just try to act like 20, 30 seconds if you could. So are you familiar with Fallout? Okay, so Dan, are you familiar with Fallout?
By the way, which one? Who are you calling Dan and who you call
Oh, sorry.
Daniel?
So you're a
Daniel?
Dan. Sorry. So you're a
I'm
Dan,
Dan.
and
Okay.
Denny. That's Denny.
That's Danny
Sorry.
and Dan. Okay, good. Okay. Am I
Are
familiar
you
with
familiar with
Fallout?
Fallout?
I am a
Yes.
little bit. I've started watch. I actually I haven't played the game, but I did start watching the series. Although I didn't finish it, I watched like a couple, 3 episodes.
Okay, so you're our first. So first scenario going to go to you. That we just go in order. So you are an overseer. You're meeting two fault dwellers, and you're trying hard not to alarm them about an odd fault tech experiment. So you're an
Wow.
overseer. You're just
Okay.
trying to not alarm the other people, trying to be a little, but you know something bad is happening.
So wait, so who's the overseer? So Dan is
So
the overseer.
Dan is the overseer. So
Okay.
so
Okay,
So
maybe
I'm
why don't we involve the other two of you? Maybe the other two of you could be
absolutely.
fault
Let's do
dweller.
it. Okay,
okay.
cool.
Fantastic.
So here we
Okay.
go. So
So let me try. I want to get it in my head a little bit, Fallout, right? Because we're all in this chamber. I have to remember we're all like
Yes.
contained in the chamber. So I'm the overseer, so I have responsibility, and some alarms going off, but nobody sees that alarm. Nobody knows that alarm's going off or what's going on, but I know something's going on.
okay,
Is that
Yes.
cool.
is that right?
Yep. Okay, and we're wanting to come in, right? We're like,
Yes,
hey,
you're the fault
okay,
dwellers.
okay. So we're literally so we don't so we're kind of like, are we asking to, are we want to come in, or
Oh,
do we like
oh, they're
is,
outside. They're
we're
outside
outside,
trying to
Okay.
right?
come in. Is that just
Okay,
okay?
cool.
That
Let's
works.
do that. All right.
All right. All right.
You're the
I'm the
overseer, right?
overseer. Yeah. I'm
Hi.
the overseer.
Okay, great. Hi. Me and my buddy over here, we're looking for a new vault to stay in. And we heard Vault 76 was really good. I was wondering if you had space, hopefully for us.
Yeah. Who told you about? We don't have any space. I don't know who told you about our vault. I don't know about that. I mean,
Oh no, but no. Well, surely, James, you definitely heard something, didn't you? I mean, you obviously heard that we were that there was space here. That's why we traveled so far to get over here. So
yeah. Look, I don't know. I'm sorry about how far you traveled, man. But we gotta
do
we
you
gotta keep it. Something's going. I don't know. We just
do you
like
hear
I
that
don't hang out
alarm,
very much. What? No. There's no alarm. Just like everybody, stay calm. It's not.
James?
Um,
You hear that alarm, right, bud?
Wait. No, there's
I'm
no
talking
alarm.
to Danny. James, come on. You hear that alarm? There's an alarm there, isn't there?
Yeah. So there's a mechanical issue going on right now. Oh shit! What? Okay, there's a mechanical. Well, okay,
Is
hold on.
is
There's a
everything
mechanical.
okay? I don't
No,
understand
no,
what's
no. It's
going.
okay. It's okay. It's just a small. What? Wait, hold on. Okay, no. There's nothing going on. There's nothing to worry
Actually, you
about.
know what, buddy? I think me and my
Yeah.
man are gonna
No.
just leave because you know what? Actually, Vault 77 sounds.
Yeah. Okay. I
It's
gotta go now. I gotta go now.
yeah,
Great.
sure.
I'll
Good
go
luck.
to go to 7.
Bye.
I gotta run. I gotta run.
Well,
Okay.
77 is better than 76. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, you can talk.
Yeah, now
Yeah, now I could talk. Now I woke up. Now I know what I'm doing. Let's go, Abu. Let's go.
Come on. WTF, Daniel. Right.
Danny's just like, that is not my responsibility.
That is great. He's literally like, I'm just following wherever we need to get food, bro. Like,
You know what would have been great there? If Danny came out with it, suddenly was just in the middle of that was the Breaking Bad character and started talking about right? Just in the middle of it, man. He interjected. Danny, this is what you should have done.
I would have gone like this.
man.
It's like, we're going in, sir.
That's it, man.
Yes. That would have been. Or you said, "Hey, man, I got a little something for you here. Maybe this will make you get it. Why don't I just give you a little something here?"
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, second
Amazing.
scenario is actually going to be perfect for this. So Danny has
Okay.
to be on the other end. So now we're going to have Danny be the management. And you're going to be the one who catch them. So next scenario is 2 raiders. So Dan and Abu are going to be the raiders planning an Ocean 11 style heist from Top Casino from New Vegas. So you
Right.
fail miserably and you
Right.
get caught by Danny. So Danny,
Oh,
you're now
great.
management. Yeah, you have 2 raiders trying
Okay,
to come grab stuff.
You're using the word raiders, but basically we're in a casino and we were just trying to pull
Like a
off.
heist.
We were pulling a heist. It wasn't
Yes.
just playing. We were pulling a heist.
Yes.
Failed.
And well, it failed right now, but we're trying to get away. We just ended the heist, and Danny's catching us, right?
Yes, Danny's
Oh,
catching you.
Is he catching us or is he caught us?
He is going to catch you, or you will have been caught by the end of this.
Okay, so he's got us. He's got us. I'd say let's say he's got us. Let's say he's got us.
Okay,
So we're trying to talk our way out of
Okay,
this,
so-
right?
so-
that's good. I think that's a good one. We're
All
trying to
right.
talk
Should we do a twist? All right. We'll see.
Go on.
We'll figure it out.
No,
All right,
Okay,
cool.
improv. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Look, buddy, you see, the thing is, right, me and my old man over here, we weren't doing anything silly.
No,
we were
man.
just,
This is my
playing a
son,
game.
man. It's my son. Just
Oh,
let me know
yeah.
what's
he's
got
your
wrong with my
son, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
what's
guys
got
don't
wrong
look
with my
anything
son.
alike. What do you
What do
guys
mean
really
we
want
don't
to
look
hear?
alike?
Oh, he's adopted, man. Come on, haven't you ever
Hey,
seen
come on,
somebody
man.
Oh,
Look,
he's
we're living in a
adopted.
hard world.
All of a
here,
sudden,
man.
he's
We gotta-
adopted, huh?
Man. He's
Look,
black
all
on
I'm
white,
s-
so you're saying we can't be related? Screw that.
All
man.
I'm saying.
No, you guys
is
not
that
Michael
we-
Jackson. No.
Look, hey.
Yeah,
Michael
well, yeah.
Jackson is a complicated guy. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not bring him.
Oh
into
yeah,
the
we know
conversation.
about him.
But,
Damn, and he can
sure.
sing. Damn. he
The
can-
thing is, okay, look, all we were wanting to do was, just have a little fun. We weren't planning anything silly or stupid.
We're just
So
screwing around.
So you guys were
Exactly.
basically trying to get me killed. That's what you
No,
guys were
man,
trying to do.
no, who mentioned anything about killing anybody?
You know,
We
I'm
weren't
supposed to
saying
be
anything
taking
about-
care of this area, this section. This is my domain,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
turf, and you guys walk into my turf. You think I'm just gonna allow you to just come in here?
Hey. No, totally. I know, I understand exactly where you're coming from. But the thing is, right, is this, okay? Look, me and my old man here, we're just having a bit of fun. And yeah, okay, you got us. Oh, sorry, we got a little bit of, you know what I mean? So look, how about we do this?
That's what
How
happened.
about you just let us go?
Oh,
and-
just yes, I'm gonna say it the way you said it. How about you just let us go with a deep voice?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Look. My son here, I've been drinking a little, and he came in to take care of me.
Yeah.
My son's got a newborn at home. Okay, don't let me fuck
Yeah.
up his life.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's got a newborn at home.
I might have a deal for you guys.
All right, just let us.
Oh,
go.
okay.
Hold on,
Well,
hold on,
I
hold
mean,
on.
if you're talking about deals, that's cool.
Yeah.
You got a little bit more of that booze. I mean,
Yeah, man, we got a little something.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot.
We got more
just,
booze, man.
I mean,
we
see,
got everything.
the truth is, I don't like any of these motherfuckers right here. They've
Yeah,
been treating me like crap my whole life. So you guys are actually doing me a favor by coming over here and just I mean,
Shit, man, don't worry about the booze.
we could
Don't
just
worry about
rob
the
them
booze, man.
together and get drunk
They
and have
got all
fun,
this
right?
money there, man. It's just like sitting around, man. All this
Right.
money.
No. Wait.
What?
What?
It's a trap.
You really think it's a trap?
Yeah, this is a trap. This is a trap. I told you.
You're
Pops, this
goddamn
is
right. It's a trap.
You see? Exactly.
Turn around.
Damn,
Put
man.
your hands behind.
Damn,
Okay,
man.
yes.
Don't
Yeah, no,
do it
look.
to me.
All right. Okay, I'm done.
Hey, no, it's funny. It's funny because you caught that. I was about to say right now, oh yeah, you guys really want to do it, and I was gonna flip it, but hey, he caught me though. He caught me.
I actually, to be honest, I thought it was a trap too, but I wanted to play into it.
I know, I'm sure you did.
Hey, that was like, God, let's just get drunk. We have a lot of booze over here.
You do it.
Yeah, man.
And I was like,
Oh man.
you know what? This is. He's not just gonna turn around that easy because he's probably gonna get murked after. But not if I leave with you guys with the booze.
Well, there you go.
that was fun though.
Okay, so
I
next one's
do-
gonna be interesting. Oh, sorry, go ahead first.
I do have to run.
Oh yeah,
So
you do
I
have to
could
what?
do,
Okay,
I could,
all
yeah,
right.
I could do this last one, and then I probably
Okay,
have to.
sure.
I just have to dip out. But yeah,
All right, sounds good. So the next one is actually let's go with the let's go with the one that involves you. So somebody's at so you are from House of Targaryen and you are going to be interacting with Danny from Breaking Bad. So we're going to be
Ah, that's
crossing
cool.
that. So how is that going to happen? So you are still
what?
Okay,
you're
so-
still
so- say one more
Salamanca.
time.
So you're still Leona Salamanca from Breaking Bad. So now you are meeting
One of the
How about this?
Targaryens.
How about this?
from
How about-
House of the Dragon.
No, not one of the Targaryens. I think the idea is Danny is playing the character from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Right.
And let's assume Danny's trying to get on your ship. Right? Danny's
Yes,
the
yes,
character from
yes.
Breaking Bad. Danny's the character from Breaking Bad. And he's coming in and you're
Yes.
trying to get on your ship.
Perfect. You're like,
This is-
yeah.
This is definitely if HBO saw this, they'd definitely fire me. Okay, let's
Okay,
let's,
we won't
let's go for
expose
it.
you. Don't
No,
worry.
let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Either
Go
they
on.
fire you
Go on.
or they offer you a new deal. It's like, you know what? That was actually a good
You know what?
pitch.
That guy's
You know
actually
what?
pretty good.
We
Yeah.
want that show. We want you.
Oh,
and we give
man.
you producer credit, brother.
Brilliant.
All right.
Okay, right. Let's do this.
All
Okay.
right.
What's your name?
Leonel Salamanca.
Okay. From where are you from, Salamanca?
You know where I'm from. Tú sabes.
I don't know where you're from, but sure, I'll write that down. And you're here to be one of the shipmates, am I correct?
I'm here to take over.
Mutiny, great. I'll check that in. Have you ever had any experience on a ship before?
I don't need to. But you could work for me, though.
Sorry, that's not how it works. here.
This
You
is
see,
a job you can't refuse.
No, okay. Who brought this guy in? Okay, sure. Who gave him a knife? Who gave him a knife? No, absolutely. I'll tell you what. How about you get first mate? You could take that, and you know what? I know a great man who I'll introduce you to. His name is Lord Corlys Valerian. He would love to have a chat with you. And yes, if you just put the knife away, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. As long as it's not Lord Farquaad.
What?
Whoever that guy is absolutely doesn't exist in Westerosi
Shrek.
world, but I'll make sure that Lord Farquaad is
Adding to that
not
lore book right now.
on the ship.
Oh, man.
And I will say this: I was thinking during it, because I will say, since my hair, you might notice that I actually am
This is
typecast
it.
to be a Targaryen.
Yeah, you're
So I
ready
needed
for
to
it.
fly in. I needed to fly in like my
Should
hair.
have
is
flown in your dragon.
perfect. I know. I was thinking of flying in as Daemon because my hair is picture perfect.
Oh,
to be a
brilliant.
Targaryen, you know.
Look, guys, this was fun.
Thank you so
Honestly, truly,
much.
truly, thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, Dan and Danny.
Really, really appreciate it. And great seeing you again, Ari. Thank you
And
so
Yes,
much,
Abu,
guys.
absolutely.
Abu, do this if ever you're. And I was going to say this to you too, Danny, because if ever you're like interested in doing GTA RP, reach out
Mm,
to me because I'll connect you with some. Because the trick is you have to get into the server to like and
right.
like you can get in the server, you know. So the right thing to do is I introduce you to one of the bigger streamers that does GTA RP, and they would
Cool.
love the idea for either one of you, right? You know, in other words, because I'm going to play this character, and like they would that would just be like, yeah, great, let's bring you in, and people will know who you are and come up with the character, and so I can introduce you to some of the
I'm
folks.
gonna hold you to that, man,
Yeah.
because that'd be hilarious to do.
No,
I'm into
Uh,
that kind of stuff, so that's
Abu,
I
great.
Abu,
figured you
Cool.
would be.
Abu,
Yeah.
let's run it.
Let's run it.
Hey,
Let's
hey,
run it, man.
And
hey,
thank you so much,
seriously,
Abu.
when
It's amazing
the
having you.
RP is pretty cool, man. It's pretty
All
cool. You
right.
had so
Yeah.
much fun because the thing is, the whole time when you're talking to the chat, you could break character and
Yeah.
be like, hey, but there's a button that you press a hotkey, and when you press
Right.
the hotkey, you always got to be that guy.
You got to be in
You
character.
got to be in character the
Gotta be in
whole time, dog.
Interesting.
The whole
And so
time you
hit
got to
the
be in
hotkey.
character.
Yeah, the whole time.
That
But when you
sounds
talk to the
like
chat, you could
my
just be
cup
you.
of
You
tea, man.
could be Abu,
Right.
and then you could be whoever the character is gonna be.
I'm gonna have to watch this now. I'm gonna have to.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no,
All right.
it's,
Cool.
it's
All right.
cool, bro.
All
Hey,
right,
but
thank you so
all right.
much for coming by.
Thank you,
And thank
team.
you for being here again. Yeah, we love you. And
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll
Pleasure,
definitely
Abu.
be
Talk to you
chatting
guys
again,
soon.
and we'll be following up
Yeah.
with you for sure. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, there we go. Okay, so we
And
feel
let
like
me
we
hold
didn't
on. Let
put
me ask
Dan
a
enough
question.
spot.
So Danny, and so have you done GTA RP?
yeah, I done a few times UTRP.
Which
Yes.
server? Which server?
Prestige.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's one of the servers that I know. Some of the folks on Prestige. So, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
beautiful.
And I
Yeah.
think Architect and you have also been on No Pixels, maybe. I think that one is the one
So,
that's fairly
so I
common.
didn't know. I didn't know Pixels, but Prestige has a. Let's see. It is. Hutch is I think Hutch because Prestige is the one that Summit is on, right?
Yeah, Zuma. Yeah, Zuma.
Summit
Z.
1G. I think
Yeah.
Summit 1G is the one on Prestige. Yeah.
Yeah, really good people over there. It's a newer server, but they're really cool, and they're expanding.
I think it's a great way to grow, especially for you. It just seems like it'll be natural for you to grow because you can play into it's the challenge with the typecasting is my sense, and I'll ask you this question because my sense is because of the typecasting, as a performer, you almost have to just embrace it in terms of keep getting jobs.
Absolutely, and I do, I as I say, you gotta milk it while you can, But at the same time, is the thing is, I don't want to just be remembered as the guy from Breaking Bad, the silent assassin. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
I want that to add it to my accolades, but I there's so much here that
Yeah.
I could give,
Right.
and I have a lot of plans to do a lot of things. Like I got into I started doing a self-funded film, and so I want to continue doing that, that as I keep on, generating more money, be able to do my own thing instead of waiting for a producer or a casting director to give me an opportunity to be somebody. If I create the character or I have people, like I know a lot of people, I know a lot of homies in stunts, I know producers, I know writers, I know cinematographers, I know drone operators. So I basically know everybody that you need to be able to put everything together. Right now, I just need to get once I get the funding, then I could just run with it and do my thing. But that's the idea of me growing as an artist and growing as a person, growing as a human being, and growing as a streamer, an entertainer. Just grow all the way around. And my dream is one day I'll be able to just completely take care of my mom. Just be like, you know what, here's this amount of cash, take it. If you want to buy a house, buy a house. If you want to just do whatever, just blow it, just do it, But I mean, she took care of me when I was little, so now she's older, and I want to do that for her. I mean, I'm not that old, so I mean, I'm still think myself as young, so I'll have time to
I think of
do.
myself as young, so
I mean, the thing is, when you're young at heart, doesn't matter how you look or how old you are. As long as you're within yourself, you love yourself. That's one of the most important things that's very underrated. A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta love somebody else. No. First, you love yourself. then you could love others. You know,
Yeah. And how much do you stream?
I stream 3 times a week, but every time I stream, see, it's funny because my schedule says it used to be from 7 to 10, and I just move it to 8 to midnight, and now it's like from 9 to like 1 a.m. But I never do 4 or 5 hours. I always go like
Mhm.
right now. I started kind of toning it down, but before, for I think for like 6 months, I was doing. It was always over 10 hours. It was 10 hours plus every day. So I
Yes, I would see Danny before I go to sleep. Like, hey, how are you doing? Have a good stream, and then wake up, and it would just be right back at chat. Nah, how are you doing?
yeah.
Yeah, Danny's definitely been connecting to like a lot of different communities and streaming quite a bit, and whenever he has the time.
Hmm.
And if anyone wants to play with him again, he does a lot of open group, a lot of different
Yeah.
co-ops. Like he's always very open, and he has all kinds of, you heard, like funky sound effects and all this kind of stuff. Make his
Yeah.
stream very fun.
What
It's
do you
always like
use for
right
your
there.
sound effects?
I do. I have a Rodecaster Pro too,
Okay.
so I could do like
Hey, hey, and then someone, oh,
when I get like a raid, I do this one. Be like,
all right, let's welcome Mr. Dan Clancy to the house, baby. Let's go.
Wait, did you even, you didn't invite him to the cartel yet? Okay,
oh,
that we gotta do
oh,
this.
all right, you got mine to the cartel.
Dan Clancy, you are now part of the cartel.
Nice. It's nice being a member of the cartel.
You're not a friend of the cartel. When I get the follows, I always say, I have a an alert, and then but always everybody unless I get like a raid and I get like so many, I can't say that because then it's just But when I get like one or two, I always give them that. But I say you're a friend of the cartel. When somebody subs, I say you are now part of the cartel. So yeah, so it's just kind of stay with the little character, and people have a lot of fun, especially the like hardcore fans. They love it. I get clips. I like that a lot when I give somebody the greeting, and like Ari was saying, I love playing with the community. It's about to me. It's all about the connection with the community. It's one of the most important things because I'm not like, oh my god, the best at playing the games because I play so many games. But the most
Yeah.
important part is just being entertaining and being able to talk to the chat, hang out, and then feel like they're at home.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go to a streamer and then just playing the game, and it's like they don't care who's watching them. And at the end of the day, like for example, Breaking Bad became what it is because of the fans, people that are watching. So same thing right here on Twitch. It's like people are watching you. So don't take it for granted. Be like, oh fuck those guys is they gotta watch me because I'm cool. It's like no. You gotta thank them because if they were not watching you, you'll be streaming with an empty chat. You will not have the viewers that you have. So you gotta be appreciative of every single person, even if they're not commenting. Some people are shy; they don't want to comment. They just want to hear you. For some people, they say that it's almost kind of like a podcast when you're like hanging out with them. So the fact that people are giving you their time, you gotta be appreciative. You
Yeah.
know,
So
it,
true.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, community is everything. I think for our community here, generally all of our, we call them Trash Panda communities, Trash Panda, because I'm originally from Toronto, even though I moved into the States
Mm-hmm.
this week. It's really, I always say, like, don't see me as a streamer. Yes, I'm a streamer, but like, I'm just a part of the community. We're all like equal. Like,
Yeah.
just hang out, do things together. Like, today, shared interests, maybe share interest for whatever it may be. Could be a game, could be like, what we like, a cause that we're supporting, or just like, we just want to hang out and just good vibe. Like that's how Danny and I became really good friends as well. It's like that genuine connection is really important. Just people who just want to hang out and spend time. And I'm truly someone who thinks of everyone here as a friend. Like to me, it's not about knowing your personal detail, where you live, where you work, and so on. It's just like, what is a friend if not people who just want to hang out together without wanting anything from each other? You just want to hang out and spend time, and that's really what, like, to me, friendship is. And that's where I found, all of you. Josh Brenda, thank you, and everyone who's here today. Like, you are my chosen family, and I appreciate you.
And by the way, for you may be unaware of the launch that we just did. I didn't know that it just
Yes,
went out today,
last night,
but the
yes,
shared viewership went out.
yes.
And so I don't know if you noticed that, but for all the viewers now, that with when you're doing a stream together session, we now do shared viewership. So if you look at the ACCB on the web, I don't
Hmm.
know if you can see this on mobile. Um, you see the number and you go click it and you can see the from the different channels.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh,
So like
Yes.
right now, Danny, if you see your ACCB right now, because with the promotion and all, maybe a lot of people started watching on Ari's channel, but now your ACCB is the combination of the two. And for those, it's deduped and all. So
oh,
you know,
Yes, it's really nice. I actually just rolled up yesterday.
that's a
So
really
I
good
again,
feature.
I've been
Yeah.
with Twitch Guest Star since alpha, so I always use it. I love collaborating. Share chat is amazing, and that is actually what I rave about all the time. Share chat is probably one of the best things since Twitch Guest Star has been out, because usually in the past, like yes, you can see each other, but then you can't see the chat. Then I'm opening 3 or 4 different tabs, reading what they're talking about. Otherwise, each streamer has to like relay what they're seeing and doing that, and you may not actually see what they're laughing about, and there's just a lot of back and forth right now. Everyone can just see each other's chat and they can actually talk to each other and actually get to know each other and explore and find more discovery for like other creators you may like. So I really love that. So I always use it pretty much like every day whenever I'm super open to it. Doesn't matter what content we're doing, we're playing the same game or doing whatever it may be, like reach out and yeah, we love to connect. This is always great.
That's
Yeah, it
beautiful.
just
Thank
rolled out yesterday. So yes, if you scroll over, you'll see the individual ones, but it's all combined. So that's what they said in the document. If you see it, is like this is a better co-op. So it's like just a better way of showcasing like people actually coming together and getting to know people, right? Like getting to know people, collaborating, and that is a big part of Twitch as well. It's not just like, hey, let me get as many people here. Like it's all about supporting each other because we know the journey isn't always easy, so that's why we
you.
are here to support each other. And I'm all about, I love connecting people to other people as well. So it's really not about like, hey, just like watch me do, like I don't play all the games, I don't do all the things. Like it satisfies me the most when I am able to match you with an experience that you like, whether it be a game, whether it be another streamer, maybe today you're feeling like a higher energy stream with, the different kind of vibe. And he's like, hey, I don't play this game, but I know this person plays this game. Please go watch them. That's really satisfying. And that's really what a community is for.
Yeah, you have a beautiful community area, and then you're always
And
very
you as
interactive with
well.
that community. I remember one time I was that's how I ended up meeting Ari, Dan in the chat. So I was playing Fallout 76, and you know, I was having a lot of fun. I was already like on my 15th hour or something, so I was like, I gotta call it a night. I gotta call it. So I took a little break, and I mute my stuff, and then I started looking for anybody that was playing Fallout 76 that I didn't know. Um, to be able to, like you say, be able to share it and grow, right? So then I seen your following. You had like almost 20,000 followers. Just like it's like maybe she won't, she's already up there a little bit. Maybe she won't engage with with my community because I want to send somebody, like I want to send my chat where they're gonna be able to engage with the person that's playing, right? And they feel welcome. So I looked, and I didn't even follow you on purpose, right? And I seen that it was not a follower chat only, so I didn't follow you on purpose. And I commented, and I said, "Hey, I'm new here." Within like 10, 15 seconds, Ari was like, "Hey, Dan, welcome." I was like, "Follow." And then and now and now and then that at that moment I made up my mind. She's like, "We're gonna give her the raid." Sure enough, I went back to my phone and I put everything, and we rated her. And sure enough, she was interacting with everyone for like a few minutes. She basically stopped the game. She was just chilling and talking to everyone. Hey, hi guys, thank you for the follow. Hey, thank you. And I was like, see, that's what community is about, because
yeah,
you have a like, over 10,000 followers or whatever, or 20, and then you think you're too cool to talk to the chat. It's like you got to remember that the chat made you those viewers, those followers. And
yeah.
Yeah, a little
It,
story about that is I actually didn't know who he was at the time. I didn't recognize the name. So
well,
he came by, I was just like, Daniel Moncada. I just like,
yeah,
oh, hello, hi. Like, we were just talking as usual, just like everyone else. And they were like, yeah, he's one of the Salamanca brothers from Breaking Bad. I'm like, oops, let me Google.
it,
So I was just like,
and
Googling.
that's
I was
even
like, oh, I'm
and that's even
sorry.
better because I was just a regular person. I was just a regular person, and you greeted me like, hey, oh, you're new here. Hey, welcome. And you were very sweet about it. So that automatically was like, she's really cool. Then I met you at TwitchCon, and like I say, you're my buddy for life now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
absolutely. Buddy for life. We're
well,
definitely going to hang out
by
and
the
do more
way, the
stuff.
story you told, I often people ask me all the time, oh, I'm a small streamer. How do I grow? Blah blah blah. And I think the story you told is an encapsulation of what I always tell people, because they often want to focus on how do I get viewership. And I said it starts by being a member of someone else's community, because when you like, I'm saying this to other folks, streamers that are listening now. In fact, it's interesting when you said you looked at the size of Eri and you thought, maybe it's a little big. Okay. And it is fair. What I always say, if you're like a 30 or 40 ACCB streamer, find 100 or 150 or 200 ACCB streamer, right? But that, like, don't go to, Dr. Lupo, because that community, you're just like, there's too much, right? Go but be part of their community, right? And contribute and watch and chat, right? And then they're going to go ahead and reach out to you. They're going to raid, and collaboration. I'm excited, areas you're using. It goes to the foundation. What I say over and over again, everybody says, how do I deal with discovery? The place for discovery is on the channel page, not the home page. Finding someone you like is like finding a friend. And I'm sure the folks sitting in this chat, there are going to be some people that now watch Eri or Danny and be like, oh yeah, but it takes time. It's not just because you appear in a thumbnail. And that's why, I've been so bullish about the collaborations.
Right. And something I truly believe in is just like saying, we all know, it's like comparison is a thief of joy. So I think just like enjoy your community, enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing. I mean, maybe some people think I'm bigger, but really I'm very tiny compared to other people in my management team, right? So me compared to Thor, I'm like a tiny little streamer compared to him in 10, 15K, 20,000 viewers. So I think you just have to really enjoy it. But I would like to say that something I've done over the course of 4 years that I'm streaming, like 3 years full time now, is that a lot of channels like, oh, no self promotion, you can't talk about your channel, you get banned and so on. So like I've made it a point, and our community can probably tell you that every hour or two, whenever I remember, I'll always say, are there other creators in chat whom we haven't met yet? Please tell us about your channel. Please tell us what you do. Maybe what games you play, what time you stream. Like, we would love to get to know you. We'll give you shout outs, we'll connect, we'll collab, whatever it may be. I think I would love to see more people. Maybe, hopefully. I know it's not possible for everyone, but if you don't mind doing that, collaborating, doesn't matter what size. Just have that genuine connection and just play and enjoy and have fun. And we can all grow together. There's room for everyone.
Absolutely. It's like,
okay, are we up for more acting? We have a whole bunch more donations. So thank you so much for $300 from Sans, as well as thank you so much for G. So Lavanji Fan is again one of our Twitch ambassador. Thank you so much for more donation. Dan, are you up for? Do you want to do a solo this time?
Did I want to do a
yes,
solo?
Do you want a solo acting?
I don't need to do a solo, but if you wanted me to,
I don't know. After you
want to do a solo.
I feel like this one would fit you very well.
No, I have an idea for the stream. I have an idea for the stream. We're going to create one. It's not one of the scenarios they came up with.
Okay.
So we're going to do an unboxing.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to do an unboxing. And I won't tell you. This is a outfit that they've gotten for me, that for me to wear. So I'm not going to give you any background, but I'm going to get the boxes. I haven't opened them yet.
Oh,
nice.
And then we're going to have to do some scene using the outfit. Okay. So let me get the box. Hold on.
Yay! See, everyone, like Dan is always a really good sport. Dan is a good sport. We're gonna have fun with him. Right. He's definitely not afraid to put himself in a comfort zone.
So this is an unboxing. Okay.
Fantastic.
So
which we got
here. Okay. Everyone needs to start guessing in chat what type of outfit could be in here. Okay.
I don't know. I hope it's safe for work.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have a not safe for work.
Just kidding.
Santa?
And I certainly am not gonna wear one. All right, let's see what this
Santa.
Is here.
Oh. Is a summer dress Gondelf?
Oh.
Compass?
It's a onesie?
Oh. It's a onesie? Is it a onesie? Oh, it's a Twitch day. It's a doozies.
We may have a little bit of echo now because I have to take.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's all good. You do you.
Okay.
Is it the chat saying he's a Twitch Santa?
Yes.
Oh, what are you giving us? What are you giving us?
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little child. What's under the tree? Somebody gotta clip that.
All right, here we go.
Yay!
Go. Now hold on, they have another box here. I don't know what's in this box.
That's
they sent
super
me 2 boxes.
cozy.
Okay.
Hey,
2
do we get one
boxes.
too?
Yeah.
I know, I'm just kidding. I usually don't have, but I'll probably do that.
Let's see,
Thank you
what
so
is
much for the
other
lurk
box?
again. Thank you so much for everyone for donating. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. Yeah, if our mods and friends don't mind giving some shout outs, that would be
Ah.
amazing. You want that? Oh, yeah, it looks super cozy. I
Okay,
actually have a
however,
couple of I have a couple of Udis, but that is looking pretty good. It's like the right amount of thickness and floofiness.
He's going all in.
Okay, but if Dan wears this, then he has to give us something. Can I go empty-handed Santa? Come on.
now, hold on. So I have
Hold on.
this, but
Oh.
I don't need this. This
Yeah,
just
you don't
looks like
need
my
it.
hair. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I dare you to wear that for the rest of the stream.
Oh man.
Okay, hold on. Now I gotta get.
I gotta get myself one of those.
Now this I do need.
But they
so
probably
we don't
irritate
have-
my skin.
Let's see. Okay, that's for the mouth. All right.
Bro, you thought that was his beard.
The beauty is I probably should not wear the hair because my hair already looks like this, and they can already think that. All right, let's see what else do they have in here. Wow, they have all sorts of things in here. Okay. Oh, this is a. Wow, they really.
Wait, can you wear the hat with the hair still? Or that's
Yes,
can
of
you still
course.
put it on? I wonder if there's
The
like
hair
a
is kind of a-
yeah, the hair is quite floofy.
Oh, 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 oh,
Now I want my present from
There
Santa.
we go. I know,
Yeah.
right?
You got Twitch
Yeah.
Santa in the
All right,
house.
so I have a hat and gloves. My Michael Jackson gloves, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Santa's gonna
And,
visit me because I usually am keto. So do you mind keto cookies?
I think Twitch
I'm
Santa
trying to
will
think of
hook
what
you up
else
though.
could be in this. What else could be in this? They already have the
Ooh.
hat, the gloves. What is in this box?
A belt.
Uh,
what about the belt?
The boots.
No, I have a belt.
Boot? Oh,
They
you
give
have
me
a belt. Oh.
A
I
reindeer.
can't even think of what else.
Rudolph.
Yeah, basically Dan is gonna be Grass Lord version 2.
It's like reindeer sold separately.
I could put a little reindeer elf and a Melly maybe.
Oh my god! They have really.
Where's a Grass Lord? Isn't there's a global emote?
Boots.
I knew it. I knew it.
So now I need to get the whole outfit on. Okay.
Wait, how do you have all this stuff? Are you in a hotel room?
Well, they got it. Basically, they got it for me to use it on stream, and they because I'm down here, I'm gonna do this thing later today at Universal Music. The bad news is
The next situation is DJ Clancy gets caught leaving presents at the cartel HQ.
You know what? I like.
That wouldn't be surprising. He's part of the cartel now.
Yeah, he is. He's part of the cartel. Yeah.
He needs to present you with presents.
Oh wow. No, I like the emotes and the jacket.
okay. The funny thing about this, you'll enjoy this. The pants are pretty tight. Like I'm worried I might bust them. The belt, okay. They really want it. I guess they expect me to have a pillow or something because
right.
For the belly.
the belt is like really big, right?
Yeah,
Look
it
at-
is.
this
Looks really
this
big. Yeah.
is the biggest part of the belt. Okay, so I guess
Well, you could get a prop. There must be some pillows around.
There's a pillow behind you. The little
yeah.
from the sofa, the
Yeah,
green one
this pillow.
by the lamp.
All right, here we go.
This is great. This is the best.
There you go. There you go.
Now, I don't like this
Okay,
fact that
okay,
it's
chat. If
always
I
like
get
ways.
one of these, I will stuff pillows as well.
Same. Same.
Same. Okay, same.
All right. Hold on. Now I have boots. Well, the funny thing
Yeah,
about because
unfortunately,
they
I need
have
a
this
child
for me to
size
go
one.
on stream. They have this for me to go on stream, but like they really because on stream, it's not like I need all of the all of the accoutrements because usually they just see you from the
They
head
look
above.
really good quality. They don't look like they're gonna be smelly
Oh,
boots. You know how like sometimes you get cosplay
no,
stuff
it's
and
actually the whole thing is very good quality.
yeah, it looks good quality.
Actually, the outfit is quite comfy. It's like it's actually kind of warm and cozy. You know.
Right? We all need this outfit in our lives.
Yeah. Dan, the chat saying everybody needs this suit in their life. Where can they? Where can they get it?
Yeah, well, where can we get it? Can we get it? Oh, it's
I know.
especially
I
made
don't
for
know.
you.
I'll have to ask them. I think this may need to be a TwitchCon thing for next year.
Yeah.
Right? I bet
Ooh,
they
yeah.
have the. All right, hold on. Let me back up. So.
Yeah, he's going all out. Look at Dan.
I know.
Hey, he's getting in character. He's back in theater right now.
Actually, that's looking pretty good. Actually, you know what? That's pretty impressive. Yeah, you might just have to have something that like secures the pillow in the future.
There we go. Welcome. Welcome to this year's Twitch celebration of the holidays. This is your friend Santa Claus.
That's it, Dan. I gotta make this an emote.
Yeah.
Right,
All
actually, Gwen actually makes these. Gwen makes emote. Gwen has to make a Santa emote for Dan.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, Gwen. We have
Yes,
to.
I definitely need a Santa emote. I'll need to add that. That if someone makes a Santa emote, go ahead and make me a Santa emote, and I'll stick it on my channel too.
Yay!
Yeah. We'll need to get it for the holidays. Well, this is really fun that they did this, and I'm glad we're able to do the unboxing because last night it was waiting at my hotel. They had it shipped here because it just got ready, and they wanted to get it to me while I'm in here. And so they shipped it. They had it at the hotel lot. I picked it up last night, and I was like, "Oh, let me open it." I said, "No, I should do an unboxing on the stream." You know.
Somebody said you have to be a mall center. I actually have never been to a mall center before, but every picture I've ever seen, all the kids always cry. So like, I don't know.
Actually,
I feel like it's like a terrifying experience.
Oh, you just gave
Mall
me a great
Santa.
idea. I will just say, I'm not going to explain the idea because I don't want, but I am going to use that idea.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm going to
Keep us
use
posted.
that idea tonight. I'm going to use. I have it placed. Now I know what we're going to do. That was a very good idea. I think me being a mall Santa is a very good idea.
Santa. That's so cool. That's a yeah. We gotta
They
make
cry
it.
because they don't get feedback from Santa.
Yeah. What kind of? I need to work on my. Let's work on the voice. I need to try different voices.
Right.
Now this is a regular old Santa voice. I guess. What are you doing, little one? How does that work as my Santa voice? Is that a good Santa voice?
Take two. Action.
All right. So let's see. I'll try a different one. So that's voice one. Of course, I could go against the traditional. Let's see. How are you doing today? No, I like the. I could be a little slower in my voice and a little deeper in my Santa voice. Welcome, little ones. How are you doing? I think I like the first one a little better. I don't know. The first one might be a little easier to join. I just saw Jingle Jam. Hold on, I want to see right now. I just had pop up that Jingle Jam went.
This one actually sounds a little bit like Abu earlier said, like you had a little bit of drink.
Just a little eggnog with a little spike.
Let's see. I just got a go live notification with Jingle Jam. It would be funny.
That looks great. Well, he hasn't said that it's like really hot yet, so it's probably not overly thick. It looks like a good
No, it is.
good
No,
amount of
this is
layer.
like. No, I will tell you, this is thick. Actually, I
Oh,
am.
it is very
It
thick.
is. It is thick. It is thick. It is one of these things that, like, if I was going around in this, like I had my sweatshirt on, I would not leave that on normally.
You know, if I had known, I would have requested for one. This is my last stream in Canada, so I would have wanted to wear that too. But that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, on Monday, this coming Monday, I'm going to be in sunny Florida permanently. So anyway, may or may not need
Mm,
that anymore, but we're going to be there.
I mean, it's gonna
wow,
be
you
Christmas, so
excited about the move?
I am. Well, because Javi and I have been together for 3.5 years, and actually 2.5 years married now. And actually, Twitch brought us together. It's actually kind of funny.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually met in Elder Scrolls Online, and we were just guildies friends. It was about like maybe 10 months or so, or 10 months after we were like friends in the game. Then I was like convinced to stream on Twitch. I wasn't very sure. Like, I was a clinician researcher. I was very private. Like, wasn't sure, but I was convinced. Like, you do a lot of housing, let's stream. So at the time, I didn't want to use a camera yet. So I just thought, no camera. We use voice podcast, but I'll put one picture there on Twitch in the profile, like in the panel, just to show, like, that's me and that's it. And my hubby was actually the first person to has ever seen me online. So anyway, whatever he said, like, he found love, whatever it may be. So a few months later, um, I saw him for the first time. I actually didn't even know that we were dating. We were just like, hanging out with friends. We started, doing things on Discord, talking, watching TV shows. And then people are like, "Are you guys dating? You're spending more time together." I'm like, "I don't know. We're just hanging out. Are we dating?" So next thing you know, a few months
Oh
later,
wait,
I
have
saw
y'all
him.
met in person yet?
No, we haven't met in person yet at that point. He's only seen a picture of me because of Twitch, and he helped mod it and things like that. Yeah, so a few months later, I was in Florida, just going on a trip, and saw him for the first time, and he proposed during that trip. And somehow I said yes, and we got engaged and got married after a year. That's why we're together for like just a bit over 3.5 years and married for 2.5. So we've been long distance this entire time. So finally, we're going to be together.
Wait, so meaning y'all have never lived in the same place yet, and you've been
No,
married for 3 years?
2.5.
Wow,
Yeah, so we've been long
wow,
distance. We
that's
visited
crazy.
each other a whole bunch of times, but yeah, we've never lived together. But we will starting this coming Monday.
And he lives in Florida, and you've been living in Canada?
Yes, originally from UK, but I grew up in Canada since I'm very little. So yeah, Canada's home. That's why I always just say Canada.
I remember when you first told me
Wow.
the story. I was like, so cute. It's so awesome. It's so sweet. It's because it's hard. Like long distance relationships are really hard. So the fact that you guys were able to keep it together for so long and keep it healthy, and now you guys are making the move. That's is beautiful, and like,
Yeah.
congrats. I'm really happy
Oh,
for
thank
you
you so
guys.
much. And honestly, if it wasn't for Twitch, like we might actually never have seen each other, how
Yeah,
we look like, or anything would have happened. It was because of that, like, first picture I sent him. It's like, oh, that's you. This is me, and that's what happened was because of our Twitch panel picture. And the funny thing is that I have one kitty and he has two. So anyway, next week is gonna be busy. It's gonna be like a kitty daycare, and we're gonna try to separate bites. Maybe let's hope not, but
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more. So I'm gonna do a lot more IRL streaming, cooking streams. I might do some gardening things, like, but beyond just like streaming gaming and so on. We already do a lot of variety, singing, all this kind of stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, definitely want to do a lot more variety, VR fitness. I might do some dancing, like just like variety of things. I think Twitch supports. You should do all kinds of different interests, and since we're super variety, our community usually doesn't mind if we just do whatever we enjoy that day.
yeah.
And so he's a streamer too.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just me. Yeah, he
Yeah.
may or may not join me in some cooking stream, but yeah, he's a little bit camera shy, so
Think we could
he'll think about
manage.
it.
And Daniel, where
But
do you live?
yeah,
Daniel, where do
Hmm?
you live?
I live in Los Angeles.
Okay. So
Los
you're
Angeles.
right here with me. I'm in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, I'm in Tahunga.
Hmm.
It's, I'm in the mountains in the middle. I'm like outside of everything, but close to everything.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Cool. Well, in fact, Eric, connect us on Discord.
oh, absolutely, for sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so really cool your story that at first you didn't want to stream and you like they say you were not on camera, and then the fact that you came. I mean, look at you now, like you putting this together for us. So I mean, the growth that you had is pretty amazing. Is admiring. Is beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
It's just the series it's awesome. It's really awesome to be able to do this get-togethers and because I remember I met Dan at TwitchCon, but he was really busy. He was like all over the place and
Yeah.
busy man, and everybody wants to take pictures with Dan, with the beard. And he's a
Dan was quite busy. That definitely was
oh
quite
yeah,
busy. It was
no, he
quite
was
quite
really
a
busy.
celebrity
So,
there.
but
I have no memory of like especially now. It's like it's gotten like the first few, I'd remember. But now there are so many folks I meet at TwitchCon that it's a blur, and I'll recognize some faces, and it's funny because I'll sit and engage with people, and of course they remember it well, and then I'm like, oh, when did we meet? And especially because I get blurred through different events, the
yeah,
Streamer
yeah.
Bowl, the TwitchCon, the this and all that. Like Daniel, I don't remember us meeting at TwitchCon,
hmm
right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
I know.
we
I
did.
mean, because
Oh,
you were so busy, like you were so busy. You were like all over the place, and I even felt bad like trying to say hi because like I'm just because I know
and
how
when
it
did
is.
we
Like,
meet? Is
if,
it on the floor, or where was it when we met?
uh, it was when you were doing the interviews at the one room on top. Uh,
Okay,
you, yeah,
it
and
was
then
like right
Ari
after
told
one
you
of
like,
the.
hey, Danny, and you were like, hey, how's it going? But
Twitch
you,
partner party is where
yeah,
we're
the Twitch partner
at the
party
time. Yes.
on
Oh, the
Thursday,
Twitch partner party.
and
Okay, Ari. So you introduced this when, yeah.
Yes.
yeah, but you
And
were
you were performing the stage with everyone and so on. I actually know a
Oh,
lot of
that's
the
right. When
musicians
I you
you know as
introduced the
well.
Twitch partner party.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Ariel
yeah.
Jade, so you know Ariel performed with you. She's actually also on the management team on SideQuest Media as well.
Mhm.
Mm. So what is your management team, Ari?
SideQuest Media. So you know T Pain. T Pain's on my. Of course, you know T Pain. T Pain's on my management team, and parts
T-Pain.
of her Thor and Ariel Jade as well. I think you've performed music with her at Twitch Partner Party as well.
But when you say meaning you run the company, when you say your
Oh no, no,
management
I'm
team.
a part of the management company. Yeah, Shane is our CEO.
Okay, and okay.
Yeah, so
So
I'm a part of a
this is
talent
your
management group.
manager. There's a company
Yes,
that has that and they also manage Ariel and T Pain
yes. And
and
T
all that.
Pain also
Okay.
has a different one, Nappy Boys Gaming, you probably know. That is a different group, but also
Yeah,
like
I know.
our CEO is also like, co founding that particular group as well.
Okay, so
Hmm.
got it. So you're CEO of the management
Hmm.
company. So like Brew, who's T Pain's manager, he works with Nappy Boy, but
Hmm.
Shane also,
Yes.
great. Well, I think I'm gonna see T Pain tomorrow. So
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
hmm yeah, maybe
Nice.
I'll need to be wearing this when I see him. I am trying to because there's the Streamer Awards tomorrow night, and I actually brought a
Yeah.
nice outfit for the Streamer Awards. There's part of me that thinks that I should just show up in this outfit
Mm.
totally in character, right? And just like go to the Stringer Awards. In fact, one of the things I need to do is I need to get a picture. In fact, somebody, I'm sure there are folks that are watching now that are friends with me on Discord. So I need one of you to do this. So one of y'all or you could do it, Harry. I need someone to do a screen grab because I need a picture of me in the whole outfit.
Okay,
Okay.
I
Let
try
me
to
see
do
if I
it.
can make you big.
I just need this picture
Okay.
so that way I can send it to folks as I share ideas. They see the whole outfit. Doesn't have to be
Yeah,
big,
I
just
gotta
a
do
screen
two.
grab.
Okay. Yeah, I'll crop you as well.
Yeah, I just want to see the outfit, not just the. Oh, okay, good. All right.
All right, yeah, I'll PM
Good.
you.
That way I can think about where and when I should show up in this.
I think you should. You should show up in that.
Yeah.
I think the chat's all about it too. The chat saying, like, "Yeah, do it, do it, do it."
Yeah. Well, but you're gonna be super hot walking around. Like as long as you're comfortable, I feel like you're gonna be like sweating in that, like in the streamer
Well, I
tomorrow.
would say, like, in other words, the idea would be I'd show up, I'd play character like beforehand, and then I'd go change, right? So then Dan would come out, right? The idea would be that I like when I first walk in the door, I walk in as the character and then like hang out as the character for the beginning, like the red carpet, like I go down the red carpet in the outfit, and then after 45 minutes or an hour of hanging out in the outfit, then I'd go ahead and come back as Dan.
I think you'll definitely steal the show if you go like
Yeah.
that.
I think that's a good idea. The question is, do I tell QT Cinderella I'm doing this, or do I tell
I think you
I
just
have no say in this. I have no say in this.
I would say
You
just
don't
do
care
it.
about
Don't
it,
tell
I
no
do.
one, and people are gonna be like, "Who's that?" If especially since you're getting character, you change your voice, you're gonna be like, "Who is that?"
Actually, I don't
Yeah.
think QT is gonna be shocked by anything. Like she probably just get you right away. Because I do remember seeing a clip or like at least a video of Emily pretending to not be Emily. I went up to QT at TwitchCon and she's just like, I know it's you, Emily. So anyway, let's see. I'm sure she's gonna be fine with it.
I'll tell you this one story that so a friend of mine who is very successful, so he's a venture capitalist, done very well, and he was throwing this party for their wedding anniversary, and he had a well-known band, Turnpike Troubadours, very well-known band that was performing at the party, and I'm a big fan of this band, and I had written a song about this friend group because we're all friends from when I was in grad school, and I'd written a song about because we have this hypothetical band we're in. We're not in a band. I'm the only one that does music out of the group, but we always jokingly call ourselves the Texas Tall Boys as if one day we'd be in a band. And I wrote a song about the Texas Tall Boys and the group of friends, and I wanted to get the Turnpike Troubadours to sing the song. And so, without him or his wife organized the whole thing. I reached out to their manager through a connection I have through Twitch, and I went back to get them to learn the song so they would sing it. And the my friend's wife got word that someone was reaching out, and the person who organized the party, they said, "Oh, I knew it was Dan." So it was fun because they actually performed the song on stage, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!" because it sounds like one of their songs. Anyway, that's a long story. All right, I should probably wrap up because I know I have a
Yes.
10:30 meeting. I think I'm gonna need to wear a different outfit for that meeting.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, I'm gonna go on to play Indiana Jones.
Quick question, Dan. Do you
Yes.
have your guitar with you by any chance?
No, I play the piano.
Oh, so sorry.
Piano,
And
yes,
I
piano.
I now remember because you had it at the TwitchCon party. For some reason, because I don't think you have anything with you. I was gonna say a duet between you guys would be pretty cool.
Oh, well, we'll have to plan that
Yes.
when I'm
Yeah, that'd be nice. And I sing. Nah.
Oh,
I can't sing. I'm just playing. I'll
That's
just
okay. Well, I mean,
expectate.
I sang. Dan and I said we were probably gonna do that. Maybe
Yeah,
we do
you
something
guys
for
would be.
charity.
I think that'll be really
DMs as
cool.
well.
Yeah,
we need to plan.
yeah, it'd be really
We just
cool.
hang out, yeah. Definitely. Well, I've connected you two now in Discord, and again, Danny's a really good friend of mine. Like, so absolutely reach out
Great.
anytime. Yeah, as you can see, Danny just like just very down to earth. He just himself. He's a really great person to talk to about like anything. And Dan as well. Dan has been quite busy, so not streaming as much lately. So thank you so much for joining still while you're in a hotel room. So have lots of fun. Yeah, I appreciate you, and thanks for everyone for supporting and donating to St. Jude as well. And thank you for everyone who's participated, Dan, Danny, and Abu, for being good sport. I just kind of roped them into the acting, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna do it for the kids. Like, we love you for that. Yeah, thank you so much for participating.
You were awesome,
All right. Well, it was
Dan.
great being here, Ari. Thank you for planning it.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
We'll definitely hang out more.
Thank you for stopping
Okay, have a
by.
good rest of your
Appreciate it.
day.
Looking
Yes,
forward
for
to
sure.
hanging out with you in LA. But
Yeah.
thank you, brother. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for being so cool to be here. You're the Twitch Don over here, and you're over here hanging out with us. So thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, everyone. All right. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
That was fun. All right.